Hello everybody and welcome back, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, virtual fight fans, as my man Mr. D-Mark would say. We are back with another exhibitional card for you. Number 3, we've got Pryoxis taking on Ed Parker this evening. A matchup, a clash of titans. Wait, you're over this side. A clash of titans, good sir. And it shall be a fantastic event. So thank you all for joining us in these turbulent and somewhat terrifying times. But you know, no real life fights. We have virtual fights coming at you this evening. 12 fights on an excellent card. My name is Bailey and I'm here to guide you through it with one of my favorite commentator partners, Mr. I'm a Boxer. How are you tonight, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm excited about this card. It's stacked from top to bottom. You can't ask no more than Ed versus Pryoxis. I mean, this is the best of the best guys. Priox is one of the best guys on the Xbox side. He's came over to the PS4 and he's risen all the way to top 50 in ranked championships. And also Ed Parker right now #1 in the world in ranked championships. So looking forward to an amazing fight on a stack card. So let's get right into it.
Yeah, not for the first time is he #1 right now. He's been #1 many times. Both of these guys
#1 right now.
Both these guys have held the belts at different times as well in the ESFL, and they've never fought before. So this is, you know, I'm excited to see this. I want to see what happens. So we'll take a quick look at the fight card right here, guys, just so you can see the rundown, the breakdown right there at the top. Ed Parker taking on Prioxis in the main event, as we said. Then we got some classic legends of the ESFL showing up tonight. So Spencer is here. Cody Dank is here. We've got Styles, former champion, there as well. Ramirez is here. Mac Beast coming in against Midwest Sniper. Kicking off down there with Mystic Mac as well on that Ozzy. So we've got some newcomers, some veterans. Goroh is here tonight as well. Goroh, a fan favorite. One of mine too. So we're gonna have a good night, some good fights. We're gonna get through them, have a good time. So get a drink, sit back, relax. The virtual octagon is
I'm really looking forward to that Suspends versus Maddie fight, because Suspends is very creative in his striking, and then anybody coming out of that Ed Parker camp, you know, they actually know what they're doing and they're going to be well seasoned. So I can't wait to see that fight, man. We got some good ones. And then Cody Dank, man, you know, we waiting on that. Romz versus Michael. That don't sleep on that fight right there. Both of those guys are high level, and the rest of these new guys, we got 4D guys with that Lewis 4D, another guys coming out of Ed Parker's camp. So we got some good fights ahead, man. Let's get right into it.
Let's do it. So first fight is ready to go. We got Mr. Ozzy versus Mr. Mystic Mac. So let's crack on with it right here. Mystic Mac, Mr. That Ozzy. You got any background info on these two, because they're both newcomers here, Boxer, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, both of these guys are newcomers. Both of these guys are coming straight out of Australia, and this is the first fight in the ESFL. So you know, I've been there before. Whenever you have that first fight in the ESFL and these lights are bright and the commentators, they start commentating and you know everyone is watching, that's when you actually get the palm sweaty. So we're going to see how these guys perform the first time ever on the big stage, and I know they got the nerves running through them, so I can't wait to see how these guys perform.
Sweaty palms is completely true. It is totally an ESFL syndrome. The bright lights are there, and yeah, man, they better show up. First fight of the night, exhibitional card. You know, it's not a main ESFL event, but there's a lot of people in here. There's a lot of eyes in this room. You know, it's not even just the fight, Boxer. You got to show up on time. You got to be prepared. You got to make sure your stream's good. There's all this other stuff that goes into it. You know, you got to make sure.
Definitely.
It's lots of extra pressure.
Yeah, because it's recorded. This stuff is here. It's going to be on here forever. I remember one of the most nervous times that I had when I'm fighting Bruce Lee Rob in the ESFL. You want to talk about nerves high for that entire weekend? I was just like on 8, so I understand totally. I mean, this is gonna be crazy.
I commentated that fight. Of course, I remember that fight. That was a great fight. We need to get some more. We need to get Mr. Bruce Lee Rob back in here. Yeah. We need another staff card. That's what we need. That's a good time.
Yep, definitely.
Hopefully, these two jump in it. They have to go ahead to get it going right here. We're just waiting on that Ozzy to ready up right here. Lightweight, always a great division. Eddie Alvarez, Boxer. Don't see that every day, but you know, an A-class fighter, A+ even. Fantastic pick in this weight class.
Yeah. So Eddie Alvarez is actually one of the sleeper picks, like whenever I want to get a win out here in the lightweight division, because his striking is an 89, and that's the only stat that he has as an 89. Everything else is a 90. Grappling 91, stamina 94, and a health 90. So this guy can go the distance. He can throw a lot of strikes, and that's going to be a tough matchup for Tony Ferguson, where Tony Ferguson, on the other hand, is a little bit weaker in the power department, but you don't want to take Tony Ferguson to the ground because you have to watch out for his guard. So we're going to see how these guys play out. If he's going to try to take this fight to the ground with Tony Ferguson, and if Eddie Alvarez can stand on his feet. So that's what we're looking at here.
Okay, I thought we've lost the controller, but it looks like we're going to be okay. Interesting matchup, like you said right there. Body types play a factor, height, range differences. Eddie with those short arms. It does help a little bit, though, with the inside boxing. Obviously, Tony, longer arms. Getting those hooks on the inside will probably come out a little slower, but it depends. Like you said, if it stays on the feet, if it hits the ground, it's Mystic Mac versus that Ozzy. They're making their debut. They're going to touch him up right here. First fight of the exhibitional 3-card.
Here we go.
Opening up with a beautiful lead leg roundhouse to the body and going back to it right there. Boxer already, but the pressure from Mac.
Oh, yeah, look at that. And these guys coming out swinging hard already.
Damn.
These guys are not letting anything. Is already
rear uppercut, lead hook, man. I mean, you got to You got to get that damage on Tony early, man. And there we go. Mystic Mac playing no games, but he's walking straight into those shots. There's no head movement or circling out from Ozzy right here. He's just trying to hit that elbow. It's good to stop the pressure, but he has to get that guard up, Boxer. He has to move. This is already, a drop in the opening minute here. And he's ESFL debut.
Yeah, he has to feel good about how he started out here. You get a knockdown already in the first round, but he needs to be careful because Tony Ferguson is very dangerous still, and that's just one knockdown, still a long fight to go.
Yeah, man. I mean, both are kind of throwing a little meat and potatoes right here. Mystic Mac throwing those 3-punch combos every single time and always pushing forward with that jab, not really setting up with his feet, gauging the distance as he moves forward and using that jab to close the distance rather than walking into range and landing those shots, which is why he's walking into the elbows and that lead hook right there. Beautiful
Just
job.
Like we called it, it's not over with. So these guys both one knockdown apiece. Now let's see who settles down and takes the advantage from here. Eddie Alvarez has a slight power advantage, but Tony Ferguson has the advantage in that footwork. So let's see who ends up coming out on top here in the middle of the first round. And these guys already have one knockdown apiece.
I mean, both these guys just throwing non-stop forward pressure punches. There's very little, I mean, I'm talking about the footwork, but there's very little footwork being utilized right here. It's just straight line forward, throw the punches, commitment over and over again by that Ozzy to that spinning elbow. I mean, he's only landed it once or twice, and you can tell these guys are just firing it off because look at that health. We've got halfway through the first round. Yeah. Both are less than half head health. Stamina's coming down for both of them on very relatively high strike and stamina fires. So they're just firing from the shots here, seemingly not caring about defense at all right here.
Yeah, and one thing that I've always been interested about Eddie Alvarez, he has 2 fighter perks. It's another knockdown. He actually gets stronger whenever he's in a body health or a head health event, wake up call and desperate measures. And I want to see how that perk carries out in this fight. Like, he actually gets more stats whenever he gets rocked. So let's see if it helps him here, but he's already been knocked down twice, and I can imagine you do not want to keep doing that.
There's a lot of 1s and 2s coming out from Mystic Mac here. I mean, he's not really utilizing those hooks. There's a nice big right hook to the body there. That's a good punch for Eddie. That's statted nice and high. I think it's 3-star right there, but he needs to get more of that off. Get on the inside if you're going to fight this much pressure. Don't try and trade these 1-2s. He's trying to counter through. There's no head movement from him either. He could roll underneath some of these shots. He's just taking this on the chin over and over, and his block is not going to hold up if he keeps walking into shots like this. But that's the end of the first round. I mean, man, that's pretty close round, to be honest. I mean,
no matter what they're doing, are you not entertained? This came out, 3 knockdowns in the first round. I mean, and look, these guys ready to go right back into it. Second round, let's see who comes out. They touch him up. What's going to happen?
I will say it's very ballsy to fight like this in your opening ESFL fight. Just like, I was going to run at them, throw everything I can. There's a lovely long straight right there as well from that Ozzy.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, slight power advantage there, but it looks like Tony Ferguson here is really utilizing that spinning elbow technique. You can't come in with a jab because it will go right through it. And another rock Right there by Ozzy.
Oh, front kick.
Another knockdown,
Beautiful.
Is this going to be it?
I'm not for Edie, man. These are them stats,
Eddie,
like you said.
Yeah.
Exactly. But, I mean, it's all three-punch combinations from Ozzy. It's all 1-2 starting. I mean, you know, Matt can read this. He can roll under. He's just letting it happen over and over again and trying to answer. He's just too slow. He's not going to play the catch-up game by just trying to return after those 1-2s. He's got to, like, break the rhythm, reset, throw some leg kicks. Use his head move. Cheek of the left hook, though.
Back. There it is.
Oh, the overhand.
They're breaking the block.
Oh, there's an elbow, and the spin doesn't land.
These guys are rocking each other back and forth. Let's see if he's able to knock. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, there's a left hook again. I mean, these guys have no regards for defense. I don't know if they know what head movement is, but they're just going at it right now.
All right, looks like Mac does not want any parts of that ground. And I don't blame him with Tony Ferguson. You want to be careful if you get into Tony Ferguson's guard because he can make it a short night.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll see any grappling from either guys right here, the way they've been fighting this on the feet. The 1-2 right down the middle as Ozzy tries to throw his 1-2. Nice double jab. I like that. That's a good use of the double jab right there to keep the distance nice and tight and then follow up with the right, which put him down. That's probably the best combination he's landed. Oh, Fiber gets eaten by the spinning elbow right here, boxer. This could be it right now. He's got no block. The head kick's there. Oh.
Yeah, but look at that health, that stamina on Ozzy. He doesn't have much. Now, notice whenever Matt got a knockdown, he did not go to the ground with Tony Ferguson. He does not want any parts of the ground, which is very interesting.
Ooh, good top pressure from him, you know, if he's running Edie. But right now, both head healths are blinking like a set of traffic lights. 1-2 is all it takes. Down the middle, double jab into the big right hand that drops him right there. He's going to pound from the side. And there you go.
And that's going to be it. Nice job by Mystic Mac. He actually, I think those perks actually came into play. Great job by both of those fighters. You could not ask for any more entertainment in the very first match here of this exhibitional card. I was definitely impressed with both of those fighters. Now, I will say, room for improvement.
Yeah.
When you see your opponent leading with that jab continuously, you definitely want to move that head, get you a straight uppercut combination in there. It will do wonders. But both of these guys, one thing I like, both of these guys were matched up equally. I feel like they both had equal skill. They both did a good job. But tonight was the night of Mac, and I can't wait to see both of these guys back in the octagon. Good job.
I can agree with you that. I think it was an even matchup. You know, to come out here in your first fight, it's never easy. Obviously, you're not going to probably fight your best fight in your debut. You can't expect that. There's a lot of jittering going on. You might want to, especially if you get rocked early, get the fight going, maybe you want to turn some of that pressure on your opponent and then just take it to them because they're probably feeling the same thing you are. But like you said, I think room for improvement a little bit there, you know, is very meat and potatoes, very clustery. You know, if you watch some of the fighters later on this evening, especially someone like Pryoxis or Ed, there's a lot of finesse. There's very wasted movement, very no punches without thought. Everything's very well timed and technique based. And didn't really see that in that fight, but entertaining nonetheless. Props to the fighters. Thank you for coming up and putting on a performance. You've got to win, go away, improve, come back and take on some higher level competition, you know, and then see how you fare there as well and keep moving and improving from there. So good fight, good debut from both of them, like you said, and well matched up, I thought, as well.
Yeah, that was a good one. So, yeah, what do we have coming up next in our second fight of the evening? Is it Goresian? Gorosan. That's how we say it. Gorosan. Yeah. Now, Gorosan is a ESFL veteran. I mean, this guy been there for season 1, season 2. He's been top 8. At one time, Gorosan was on his way to being in the title fight, you know, just ran into some very high level competition. And that's who we got coming up next.
Yeah, I mean, Gorosan's been around for a long time here. I mean, he's I don't even know what his record is. I don't know. It's probably about 20 fights or something in the ESFL at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
He's won some, he's lost some. He's beat some good guys. He's lost against some good guys. He's beat some of the up and comers like we have right here with Kalaz 1-on-1 right now. You know, he thinks he can eke out a decision against Gorosan. I don't know if he's studied the man. He's got plenty of tape due to how much he's fought with the ESFL, but it's a tough matchup, man. We've seen Goroh take out some of these up-and-comers, some of these new guys here. So, we'll see what he does. It's an interesting matchup, though. I like the matchup. Double southpaw, both short, big power in their right-handed strikes from the kicks as well. And Lawler's great. He has a lot more tools than people give him credit for. He has great striking stamina, really good head movement, and a great chin as well. So
Yeah, so with Robbie Lawler, you got to watch out. His base power is 95, and he has heavy hands, and that's going to give him a +3 for all hooks. So anytime he's throwing those hooks, it's pretty much a 98. Now with RDA, you got to watch out for his leg kicks. His leg kicks are so powerful because he has that tree chopper perk level 3. So he's going to get that +3 on all leg kicks, and his power is already a 92. So we're looking at a 95. So we want to see if these guys are going to utilize the power and the strength of each of these fighters. Yeah, I will watch out for those hooks of Robbie Lawler, and then I definitely will watch out for those leg kicks of RDA. So let's see how it plays out.
This is an interesting matchup as well, I think, because both fighters, if used correctly, should be used very patiently and explode and only commit to those strikes. You're not going to pressure someone. You're not going to constantly back them up with lots of jabs and straights. You're going to wait, be patient, look for your counters and land them. This might be a very slow matchup as a result of that, or it might just be balls to the wall and both just go with the pressure. It looks like they're going to do that right there. There's combinations from Goroh hitting the body with a straight, coming back up top. Nice change in elevation. Lead overhands as well, Boxer.
Yeah, look at these nice combinations coming out here from Goroh. I mean, he's throwing a lot of stuff, but Kales is being very patient here. I mean, he's very well versed himself, and he knows just collect your stamina, come back, and fight whenever things are at your advantage. And there's that leg kick there from RDA. Nice body shot there, but look, Breezy backing him up against the cage.
There's a lot of pressure from Goroh here. I mean, he has to be careful. He can't fight the whole fight like this. So every shot that misses will cost him. He has to land things, and he has to keep going to the body as well. But I would say maybe stick to the jab a little bit more. We'll see if he utilizes that. There's a nice 1-2 from Kels right down the middle. Beautiful timing, and this is exactly what he needs: pressure, patience, and just time the offense right here.
Yeah, I know. It's you want to come out and you want to do damage real early. It's a 3-round fight, but you have to be careful because I'm still seeing the stamina advantage right now go to Kales. Even though he's taking a little bit more damage, you want to see if he can weather this storm of Robbie Lawler and then come on stronger later in this fight.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Kales right now, this is exactly what I want. This is a perfect game plan. Goroh's coming forward. He's emptying the tank. He cannot keep this pace up. He will slow. Kales can fight this whole fight like this. He just needs to pick his shots, counter when he lands his opportunities. Little shots like that, they don't do anything to him. Goroh's just burning the stamina. Beautiful rear uppercut lead hook right there. And beautiful weave to the outside. And double jab into the left hook just misses. But Goroh recovering and returning nicely there, Boxer.
Yeah, definitely. So Goroh already has taken one rock, but let's not count him out because this guy is a veteran in ESFL and he understands that this one rock really doesn't take him out of the match. But Kales is playing that game plan exactly how I would expect, sitting back, hanging back in the pocket, weathering this storm, and he's coming on strong.
Goroh really putting it on him right now. He's not using many hooks. He's only going for these 1s and 2s, so he's throwing high volume, but he's not committing to these big shots that will cost him when they miss, except when he can land them. Like right there. So this is good pressure from Goroh, but he just doesn't have the stamina on Lawler to keep this up for this entire fight. He's going to have to slow down. And when that happens, Kelzaz will have this stamina advantage here, and he should be able to utilize it. So unless Goroh's going to catch him big, like you said, and really do some damage, this is going the way of Kels there. And another one, beautiful switch kick to the body off the lead leg right there as well, and backing him up again and resetting his tempo and his pace, not swarming on him, because this is exactly what he wants. Perfect round so far.
Yeah. That knockdown was huge because that pretty much solidified and won him the round, and he won the stamina advantage without throwing as many punches as Goroh. So Goroh right now really has to collect himself, think about how much output that he's doing, and see if he can just pick his shots a little bit better. And another thing, I really don't think we'll see it, but Goroh is a wizard on the ground.
100%.
I mean, he might want to think about taking it there because right now he's down 1 round to nothing, and it's going to be a tough comeback.
I mean, it really isn't. Like I said, that's a perfect round from Kellaz right there. Did exactly what he needed to do. Controlled the pressure, landed his counter strikes when his timing windows were open at maximum power with maximum vulnerability windows. Perfect from Kel right there. Goroh coming with the pressure, obviously trying to put him on the back foot, get him guessing, but it's just that's hard to do on Robbie because you don't have a lot of stamina. It's really hard to maintain that kind of a game plan. He's recovered well in this round. And, any damage he's taken, he'll be able to heal with that high heart stat. So, the damage he's absorbed isn't too much of a problem. It's just the stamina that's going to start adding up.
Yeah, Robbie Lawler only a 89 in that striking stamina department. So, you got to be careful. You don't have,
just real nice, clean counter work from Cal. And it's just all planted strikes, all maximum power, all hitting vulnerability windows on Goroh. Nothing is moving forward. Everything is just from a planted stance.
I like how Kellaz is taking that time and just touching that body, and that's all you need to do. Let your opponent throw those strikes, touch that body ever so often, preserve your stamina, and it's really nothing that they're going to be able to do. And I want to see what Goroh comes back with. He's going to have to make some adjustment here, and let's see what he does coming up on the in the second half of this second round.
Hopefully, I mean, I don't know if we'll see it, but maybe just dig into the body, leading with that lead hook, and trying to really hit the body hard with some hooks, because this 1-2 game on the outside as he tries to close the distance is costing him. Nice slip though. More of that would be great. Oh, there's the. Every knockdown has been that lead hook and their perfectly timed rear uppercut, straight left to the body, straight left up into the high kick, doesn't land it, but he's really looking to finish this fight right now. The two coming through and Goroh firing back, trying to stay in this fight.
Now it's Kellaz.
Oh, there it is again.
He's the one that has turned the tables now. Head kick. Look at that. He has all kind of
the lead hook again. Double shot.
Upstairs. And look at there. We see
the MMA, baby.
And that was it. Kellaz finishes Goroh in dramatic fashion here in the second round. He takes out a veteran
of the
ESFL. And wow, very impressive here.
2-1. 2-1 for Goroh, for Kellaz there, sorry.
Oh, yeah, putting people on notice. That was a huge win. Great fight. Balin, we've had two great fights here in the ESFL tonight. And let me say, great job by both of those fighters. Tonight was a night of Kellaz. I think that Goroh came out a little too aggressive with Robbie Lawler with just an 89 striking stamina. And I've seen Goroh play a lot better than that. So, but tonight just wasn't his night. But still a great job. Both of those guys left it all in the octagon, and that's all we can ask for. They came, they showed up, they was on time. I know Kellaz is feeling good with that big knockout, baby. Yeah,
I mean, that's again, I think it was just perfect execution of the game plan right there. I mean, that's exactly what I would have done. I think that's exactly what a lot of people would have done. Control the aggression, counter, and then when the stamina starts to drain, then you turn it up, then you hit the pressure. I mean, every single rock he got up until the finish was off the lead hook, just nice and tight, in close, always from applied stance. It wasn't like a pressure, it wasn't cumulative shots, it was just 2-3, or 1-3 into the lead hook and just catching him nice and tight, nice and short, and yeah, just like you said, just gets a good win over a vet, and I'm sure he's very pleased with that.
Yep. So man, I'm having a good time, man. You can't really start out any better than this. I mean, this has been good. What do you guys think in the chat of the first two fights there, man? They've been action packed, and looking forward to the rest of the fights on this card if these first two started out like that.
Yeah, now the next fight is going to be Ghosty Yikes 4D, which is a name and a half.
Do we have a link to that fight? Is that fight up and ready to go?
And Mazarin is the other one now. I haven't got it. It doesn't look like it is. We'll see if the guys in the back can sort it out for us in the meantime. But these guys, again, Mazarin's been here for a little bit. He's had about 4 fights or so, kind of drawn pretty even. But he is a 4 times Ultimate Team season winner, which is pretty impressive, really. I mean, like, there's a lot of, it's different competition, but it's still, it's almost a different game in the Ultimate Team division, because the tool sets are kind of equalized in a lot of ways. whereas ranked is very specific advantages and disadvantages per fight. So you do get that a bit in Ultimate Team, but it's very equalized. So it's almost like playing a different game. But a 4-time winner of a season, Ultimate Team, that's nothing to turn your nose up at. That's impressive right there. If anything, that just shows dedication to the game and time in the ring, you know. So, you know, he's here. He's going to come and take on Ghosty right here. But, you know, Ghosty, he's supposed to be the best grappler, right? He goes on about that. I've heard.
So the thing with the Ultimate Team players, they always try to get their respect, because as soon as somebody says like, oh, Ultimate Team, people, they look at that and say, oh, it doesn't hold the same weight as if it ranked championships. So I like when Ultimate Team champions, they come over here and they prove like, look, that Ultimate Team, if you're a champion in that Ultimate Team, you're still one of the best in the world. And being a 4-time Ultimate Team season winner, then that's definitely impressive. He's 2-2 over here in the ESFL. So I want to see, you know, he's on a teeter right there. Is he going to have a winning record, or is he going to have a losing record? And yeah, you're right. Is it Ghost Yikes? He's claimed to be the best grappler on PS4. So I would expect to see this fight go to the ground. And this guy has also been one in the top 5 in the ranked leaderboards, baby.
I mean, again, it's not an easy thing to do, and it's time in the octagon, as we say, in the virtual octagon. Right, I say we skip on to the next one, because Gold D Lock, after talking that up, and LXR are ready to go, which I believe was the next fight. Lexar, right? Lexar and Crucifix, but now Gold D Lock V2. I don't know if there's been a last-minute replacement, but I know that is the next fight. So welterweight.
Let's see.
GSP versus Diaz. They hear me.
Oh, is that what we got? We got GSP versus Diaz. I got it. I have it up.
Okay, right. Well, let's jump on into it, because these guys are ready to go. So yeah, and I'm sure they'll be happy to get their fight in a little bit early. Here we are. Yeah,
GSP and versus Nick Diaz. These are some very high level fighters here, and these are definitely the fighters you want to use in the ESFL. And of course, Nick Diaz, you want to watch out for those body hooks, man. He has that body snatcher perk at level 5, man. So I mean, he is doing significant damage to your body whenever he throws those body hooks. So I always watch out for Nick Diaz in those body hooks when I'm playing a Nick Diaz.
Yeah, I mean, this is an interesting matchup, because this is kind of what people like to counter pick with online. You know, you see at GSP, people take Nick. It's a good pick, but you know, Nick doesn't have great takedown defense, and all you have to watch really is that butterfly sweep from side control back into full guard, and once you're in the full guard, you got to watch the transition to rubber guard. If he rubber guards you, you're in a bit of trouble. You get sweep pretty easy, get stalled and locked down. But apart from that, GSP still has the advantage on the top, and the takedowns will come. But let's jump on in. Fight 4. Crucifix taking on Lexar. Woo! Right here. This should be a good matchup. Stamina versus, grappler, but that's not what I meant. All right.
Yeah. See, one thing that I see, Goldilocks came out. He got a nice,
nice.
You know, leg kick there, and already does the damage. And GSP has a 99 takedown. And just like you call it, you got to watch out for that butterfly sweep right there. But this is where you want to be if you're Goldilocks, right there on top position with GSP, because you're going to do a lot of stamina damage.
Exactly, and where you want to be is here 1 minute into the fight. I mean, this is perfect. Nice body lock takedown from the clinch, snatched up straight away after landing that nice leg kick, nice and easy for him. But, you know, Lexar, he's a vet, man. He's fought a couple of times here, you know. He was ranked number 4 in the world at some point, you know, and he was, you know, he was in the top 10 for a while. He fought some of the best competition, you know, so he knows that Crucifix or Goldilocks here has amazing grappling. I'm sure he's trained. I'm sure he knows, and his objective is going to be to get up as safely as possible. And yeah, whiffing there, stuffs that one though.
Wow, nice takedown defense. And as you can see, Goldilocks is trying to go for it. And I like that. You got GSP, you're going for exactly what you're trying to get. But that's one thing, though. Lexar are able to keep GSP on his feet where he has the advantage with Nick Diaz. Nice body kick. And look, they're already back in the clinch. He's working his way to those double underhooks. And you know he wants to get that takedown. And he gets it there from over under.
Quick
and
fake.
Look, now he's able to do some work here.
Real bad for Lexar. I mean, Lexar was doing a great job there as well. He was pushing him back to the cage, but now he is here on top in, you know, it could be worse. He could be in Crucifix's Crucifix. This is the position he loves to win these fights in. The block is draining now. It's back to side control. He's going to watch it here. doesn't stop the transition. Oh, nice. Quick bump out, though. And you can tell a vet, Mr. Boxer, you can tell a vet when they have all the little tricks on the ground. They know how to set their sweeps up. They know how to bump out of position. They know how to get those quick little takedown defenses off. You can tell the veteran players of this game. And he showed it right there.
A lot of high-level stuff going on. A lot of nuances.
Oh, beautiful.
You know, to stay in advantage. And look at this, man. To do this against a GSP when you have Nick Diaz is very impressive, man. This is some very high-level groundwork. A lot
Beautiful
of people
take there on the back.
A lot of people have complaints about the ground work in this game, but if you learn how to play it, there's a lot of nuances that you can see how it plays out at the highest level right here, baby.
Oh, man,
this is some
beautiful work. We had a sweep from almost like an X guard or a scissor sweep to take that full guard top position, and then past the half guard, and then as he tries to get the get up, you know, Crucifix came in there, took the back, and now he's back to side control after all that hard work.
Look at this.
Will sit out.
Trying
10 seconds
to get
left.
The reversal off the cage, and he gets it, Balin.
Only 10 seconds, but he will end on top, and he's got to count for something, but gets reversed at the end.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Wow, you can't. It's not too often that you see an exciting match on the ground. I will say that definitely was an exciting match on the ground just because of all of the reversals that we seen and all of the little nuances that we seen from, you know, going off of the back, getting that nice back mount, and then knowing exactly what transitions to block from there. Let's see if they stay on their feet this time or go right back to the ground.
Yeah.
Round 2.
Oh, beautiful work from Lexar, putting the pressure on straight away. And you could tell he took some stamina damage over the course of that round. We'll see when he hits the ground. His stamina drops because it hits the grapple stamina. But yeah, I mean, you know, Diaz's takedown defense is not the highest stat, and all it needs to be is well timed under a shot just like that, and you'll get that takedown 9 times out of 10. So Crucifix back on top, doing what works for him. He's gonna have a tough time getting out from postured full guard. Might try to throw a couple of shots in here just to break the rhythm there. Find a way out.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Balin. Is Nick Diaz only at 87 on the takedown defense against GSP's 99 takedown offense. So, you know, but I'm still very impressed with how he's able to get Nick Diaz to the ground, because you can't, in this game, you can't just go for a takedown. You have to set things up, and he did that off of a slip, a straight punch, and right into that takedown. A nice little flow combination there from GSP. But once he gets down to the ground, as you can see, Nick Diaz here still able to maintain control here.
Yeah, I mean,
Lexar,
a great job. You know, Lexar's trying to do what he can and fight off his back. He's got 3 minutes left in this round. He gets his rubber guard right here. Let's see if he sweeps or tries to get a nice get up. But he knows as soon as it hits the feet, he has to watch that takedown again. So he's trying to do as much as he can. Doesn't get the sweep this time. Well read by Crucifix. Knew it was coming and safely passing there to half guard. And into side control. And here comes the Crucifix. We'll see if he stops it and hits the sprawl. Nice. And it's always about constantly changing up your strategy on the ground.
Constantly.
Never repeating yourself. Never doing the same thing twice. If it works once, great. Never go back to it, because your opponent will be ready at this level.
Look at this. These guys literally have went through the entire sequence of the ground
gonna
animations.
Snatch a knee bar, half stamina. Ooh, 4-step submission. Going to push a top and side escape. He's going 3 directions here, pushing hard on the right and the bottom. He's going to hit that. Oh, no, he's not.
Oh, he's out. Wow. Look at this. Look at these animations that these guys are doing, man. They pretty much doing everything that you can have to offer on the ground here. This is the best you can see right here on the ground with this groundwork, baby.
Oh,
look at that
reversal off the arm triangle. Beautiful. This reminds me of when we had Brian in here for the ESFL 50, and he was watching and you know, talking about all the changes that were going to come to the game after that event. And after he saw the main event, I think it was D-Mart versus Kinetic NRG, he said, you know, like, I don't even want to make changes now after seeing those two showcase the game. And all these complaints that people have about the ground. A developer watching this, you know.
Look at this. Look at this, man. This is a match that I'm going to record, because this is how you need to learn how to play the game and learn the ground game, because it will make you that much more effective. It's not just all about striking. And look at that stamina disadvantage that Lexar has right now. And this is why you don't want to be on the ground with GSP, because he will tire you out.
Yeah, a lot of transitions and a lot of transitional blocks coming out from GSP right there. I mean, he does have a real high grappling stamina. Diaz's isn't, you know, tippity top. It's not above some of the other fighters in the division. He just has all of the movesets, all of the transitions. But It doesn't matter because we're in the third and final round right here with Crucifix and Lexar, and you know, he's taking a bit of a barrier. He's definitely down on the cards here, and Lexar knows it's only a matter of time before that takedown comes out, getting him straight into a roundhouse right there.
Huge,
single color.
Huge right kick by Goldilocks V2. Wow. And there it is.
Outside
body
leg kick
shot
as well.
there from Lexar. Let's see what he's going to have to bring it, babe. He's going to have to learn. He's going to have to stay on his feet, and he's going to have to knock out Goldilocks here to get a victory, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully he can keep this pressure, maybe throw some teeps, put his back to the cage like he's doing right now. If he can keep him outside that black line, he's got a chance right here. But, slip straight again, like you said.
Got it again.
Double leg straight under, but hits the rubber guard, though. He's got a chance right here. We'll see if he hits the sweep. Beautiful deny. Might try and hit a sub. You know he's got to win it, but nice posture up there from Crucifix.
Oh, nice denial there. Didn't want to get back into that rubber guard. Another denial. Let's see what he does. He's able to get the reversal, and he does. Now he's on top, but look, he gets up, babe. He really wants to understand. After he throws that straight, a takedown is coming. He really has to be careful about the kicks that he throws, and then getting his punches slip because the takedown is coming from GSP.
Yeah, I mean, but at this point, you know, halfway through this final round, he has to kind of be a bit reckless. Like you said, though, it's right there. Great job, slip. Right into that double leg. I mean, it's beautiful work from Crucifix. You know he's done it hundreds of times. And, you know, props to Crucifix because he's fighting a southpaw right here. You know, like it's easy to hit that on a certain stance because it's muscle memory. As soon as your opponent is in a different stance, you know, you have to change the side you slip your head to and remember that and have that built into you as part of your muscle memory in these situations. So he's nailed it every single time. And props to him as well for that.
Wow, man, just really impressed with the work that Goldilocks is putting on right now. I mean, he just grinding his opponent out, taking his time and doing it via the ground, which we just don't see it all too often, man. This is some high level stuff, and this might be it here for Lexar. But we're coming into the last minute and 20 seconds of the fight. Goldilocks is on top here, half guard, really controlling the fight at this point. It's just cruising work. And he takes it to the mount, Balin. Is this going to be it? Is he going to be able to get a knockout? I mean, he
predicted a finish. We'll see if he gets it. The block will not hold up. Ooh, nice little hip bump right there. Gets the leg out back to half guard. Going to hit the full guard. Going to sweep off here. He's got 40 seconds to pull a submission out of nowhere. He's going to do it.
Last 30 seconds.
Knee bar. No, doesn't get it. Nice control there by Goldilocks.
Wow, man.
Shutting it down.
I was very impressed with this. I would be very disappointed if the judges did not award this to Goldilocks.
Oh, I think he's got this in the bag. No problem.
Yeah.
And there we go. Takes it away there.
Yeah.
Making it clear, making it known. I mean, listen, you got to take a look at some of the names on the resume of a man like Crucifix. You know, he's beaten Cody Dank. He's beaten Crooks 209. People who, you know, are feared for their stand-up, their striking game in the ESFL. They've taken out some of the best and really showcased how elite they are at the striking game. But he's beaten them. He's taken some of the best strikers out of their comfort zone and done exactly that to them. And if he's back, that's great because he's not fought in a while. And it's good to see. Great game plan, did exactly what he needed to do. That's how he plays this game, and he does it very, very well.
Yeah, like I said, man, throughout the whole fight, you know, Crucifix, like that was just a great fight all around. And then on the other side here with Lexar, I mean, just to survive that type of attack from GSP, I mean, he did a great job there. The only thing is, you know, maybe that takedown defense, maybe with another fighter might have, you know, played out differently. You know, but that was great groundwork because whenever he did go on the ground, he was able to defend off GSP because that's a high level fighter. If you come up against somebody like that in rank, man, it's going to be a short night. And one thing that I do want to point out, Ghost Yikes is saying that he claims to be the best grappler on PS4. I don't know if I believe that after seeing Crucifix. I don't know, Bailey.
Well, listen, we're going to get to see that right now because it's Yikes versus Mazarin. These two were going to match up a couple of minutes ago. We had to skip and go to the next fight, but they're ready now. So I'd say we jump in. Is this a Habib mirror match, my friend? I do not know. If it is, I might get a little bit excited. I don't think we've ever had a Habib mirror match. That would be insane.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Let me get that fight going right now. So All right, so both of these guys are up there at the fighter selection screen, and I will say that somebody probably is going to pick Khabib, and we know I would expect somebody to get him. I would expect Yikes to get Khabib, but he's getting Pettis, and he's saying he's the best ground guy, so this is going to be surprising.
I like it.
Versus Dustin.
Doesn't have a lot of top control, but it's like you don't necessarily. It all depends on the matchup, right? In this matchup, if you have the skills, you definitely don't need like an overwhelming ground game to make that part of your attack and a part of your game plan for this fight, We'll see. I mean, Pettis has a lot of really good sweeps, really good submission skills. So if he's looking for the sub, that's going to be right there for him. And against Dustin Poirier, who doesn't have the best sub defense, I wouldn't be surprised if he pulls someone out of his bag and he's doing the Showtime taunt to begin the fight. Props to Mazarin right there, who let him get away with it. But kicking it off, third fight of the night here was actually the fourth fight. Goes to Yikes versus Mazarin right here.
Wow, nice, silky, smooth,
nice.
60 hertz we're looking at, and already look at that with Pettis on the ground, man. Wow,
nice body lock
and
belly to belly suplex.
And like you said, Balin, Poirier does not have the best submission defense, so let's see from the best grappler on PS4. He's proven to be that right
stamina.
Now. I mean,
this could be it right here. Boxer's turned into a robot for a second. I don't know what it is.
All right, in my back.
I got you. Yeah, we got you.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you can't keep going for this. I don't know if he's going to get out of this position, Balin.
Well, I mean, he recovered all his stamina, during that little brief hiccup right there we had. So good job by Mazarin. He's taking his time. He's landing shots. This will give him windows of opportunities to squirm his way out. And that's what he should be doing, hitting during the strikes, hitting that sprawl transition during the strikes. It would be really difficult for Yikes to stop that. But regardless of the top game control of AP, he's already hit that little freaking inverted triangle right here from side control. This is bloody impressive. He's locking down the arm, going to hit the third stage. He's trying to hit three-way escape, pushing bottom and side. And gets out nicely. But he's on. He better get up quick. Oh, he's going to stay on the ground. This is bad news bears, I think, here, Boxer. Because if you do reverse the submission, you're on top of Anthony Pettis, who has a fantastic guard with no stamina. So, Yikes has thought this one through.
Yeah, I'm surprised he decided to stay on the ground here. Maybe it was something he wanted to prove because he had the free get up, and especially with one of the best grapplers on PS4, that just wasn't a good move. And as we can see right now, he has full mount, and he's raining down some bombs, Balin.
Well, Mazarin, remember, is coming from Ultimate Team here. Maybe he's little flick fakey. I mean, it's an exploit, but it's it's in there to drain the stamina. You don't see that very often, little flick arm catch fake, but got him out of the position. He's surviving right here.
Yeah. That's some high level stuff, man. Unibot showed me that one time, and you rarely don't see that, but you saw how that stamina drained all the way down. So Mazarin knows what he's doing on the ground also, just as dangerous.
This is real good top
dropping
pressure.
Some big elbows.
Yeah, he's trying to try and slice here, hit the mount, doesn't get it. Nice. Oh God, I thought Mazarin would hit that, but perfectly timed.
Look at it.
Doesn't get it though.
Another arm trap there.
And this is what I mean.
Yikes is still controlling.
Yeah, I mean, it's what I mean about the stat differential. It doesn't really matter. If you are skilled, you don't need, the best stats. Maybe just look for the perks that give you your keys to victory. Maybe he likes to hit that sub. Maybe that's why he wants to, take Anthony Pettis. But he doesn't need the high top stats to control on the ground. He proved that in the first round.
Yeah, I mean, Anthony Pettis' grapple stamina is an 84, and that's why you see that life advantage. Even though he was on top, he still had the stamina disadvantage in that round because Dustin Poirier has a grapple stamina 89. So it's interesting to see how this is going to play out. Let's see if they stay on the feet here. We've had last match all on the ground. This match, first round, all on the ground. So let's see what happens here in the second round of this fight.
I know Mazarin needs to not give up that center of the octagon. He's doing a much better job. Pressure this time. Beautiful little hand plant. And look, he pushed him back off the center there as well with that. Watch these teep kicks right down the middle and side kicks. This is what Mazarin needs to watch out for. They're much more dangerous than anything else is going to land. Because if that teep comes out like that, he's going to get pushed to the cage. And there's the side kick, just as I said. And over the top with that, nice and cheeky, hits the double leg, crazy, nice. The sprawl. Oh no, into the clinch.
Oh, look at that.
Snap the nice body leg, inside trip.
Oh, wow.
And into the full guard.
very impressive there. You definitely got to watch out for those kicks for Anthony Pettis as he has that headhunter perk. But here it is. We back on the ground, and I'm surprised. This is where Mazarin wants to take it, but he's there. And he may have an advantage with Dustin Poirier, but he needs to do something quick because he's still on his back here in the second round.
Yeah, very interesting decision to bring it down to the ground. I mean, I don't know why he shot that takedown. Maybe he just thought he'd snap the window. But not only did he get denied, he got clinched up, double undered, and taken down himself. So kind of very bad scenario. Now he's in, postured full mount, and he's going to have to do something to get out of here because this is not good for him. 2 minutes 30 left in this round as well.
Dropping big bombs here for Anthony Pettis, and he gets the transition block. And he has 2.5 minutes here, and he's going to have to survive and find a way out.
Damn. I mean, the damage that was doing. The damage, man. The head health is all the way down right there. Good job to bump out, but like you said, those were big shots coming from the top, and he gets it. Nice little get up.
Wow, and he's up. See, that really shows the experience of Mazarin in a bad situation. He's able to get up and get himself back to his feet. Let's see if he can get a rock here or mount some offense.
Oh, baby! No way!
Take him out!
Oh, man.
That would have been, yikes.
Beautiful.
With a huge highlight.
I don't think we've ever seen anyone land one of them in the ESFL before. That was beautifully timed.
Off of the cage. The actual Showtime kick. The Headhunter level 3. Wow, man. That is a huge highlight there. Very entertained with that.
I'm pretty sure it's only Dustin Poirier's toughness that kept him not, getting pounded out right there. Most other fighters would have been done. I can guarantee you that.
Ooh, that would have been the highlight takeout of all ESFL knockouts, man.
Oof.
But here it is. Let's see. You're still in this fight. Because see, one thing, Balin, if he whips one of those Showtime kicks, all it takes is a hook, a nicely timed hook or uppercut, and that could be lights out.
Yeah, I mean, you're completely right here. Or even just 2 little big hooks to the body just to slow him down. And then the pressure and the distance he creates from getting him to back up from those shots can lead to the finish. There's a lot that can just swing it around. But he took a lot of damage still in it, though. Plenty of stamina left to be able to do enough. It just depends if it hits the ground again. And if he can keep it here, this is where he can keep the fight. He can definitely win it. He has to watch those teeps, though. Block low or just circle to his right. Little stick flick off to the right. That will get him outside of that head kick, like you said as well. That's always coming off that rear leg and going over the top. So, a little flick out to the right when he thinks that teep's coming. It might save him a lot, but it doesn't matter. Straight right, down the middle.
Down.
Oh, God, you hate to see it.
Yikes is going for the highlight finish here, but he still has to be careful.
Nice.
Because Mazarin is still dangerous, man. But, he's showing out feet just like that.
Could not capitalize.
And if you miss one of those, that's all it takes.
Oh, man.
But Balin, his stamina is very low here. I mean, he has a tough round ahead of him. Let's see what he's able to do. But he's fighting. Mazarin is fighting back, man. He's staying in this thing.
I always think you really see how good a player is when they have no stamina. That's usually when that point in a fight, you have low stamina, your opponent has low stamina.
Oh my God! Again, Balin.
Beautiful, man. I can't believe he's just firing it off at will. Beautiful uppercut, well timed. As he level changed. The Showtime taunt.
Did he turn his back to it? I've never seen this. What is this? What is this?
It's the Showtime taunt. I can't believe the head kick didn't go off. It could have been it.
Oh my God!
There we go. Nice little lead.
What's going on here? Wow!
Oh man!
Yo, man, people are getting put on notice here, man. Balin, that's the thing, man. Great fight. That's one. You know what, man? I'll say this. That's one of my favorite fights that I've commentated in the ESFL, hands down, man. That was very entertaining here, and that goes a lot to show about this game, how it's still so entertaining. Even after how long it's been out here, man, great job to Ghost Yikes fighting Mazarin. The last 3 rounds against somebody that high level on the feet and on the ground. I'm very impressed with Ghost Yikes, man. That was very impressive with the Showtime kicks, the uppercuts, the whole 9, man. That was good.
I like the way he covered all of his bases with the Anthony Pettis pick as well. Throwing enough crazy stuff because obviously he doesn't care about getting taken down.
Man, that was good.
I like the way he covered all of his bases. We can hear the broadcast twice then. Sorry, don't worry, Boxer. He covered all his bases with the Anthony Pettis pick there. You know, he had his sub-game. He had enough control to be able to stay on top. And if the position was reversed, he had the reverses set up. He had the stamina advantage to lock down submissions and just chain them together off the back of that. And yeah, he could throw all the wild stuff on the feet because doesn't care about getting taken down. Has the stamina advantage because he's been, you know, ground and pounded and controlling position from the top. So kind of a good fire pick right there for...
Yeah.
I can't even remember
Ghost Yikes.
Ghost Yikes. I love it. But he said it was the best ground fire. Good stand up as well.
Get Ghost Yikes back on the card, man. That was crazy, man. I want to see like Ghost Yikes versus Suspends or something. We just see every strike imaginable thrown in UFC 3, man. This is great, boy. That was a good fight, man. I like that one.
Yeah, I can't believe he landed that twice as well.
Twice, man. That was crazy.
Nonsense.
All right. What fight are we on? We on fight 5 right now?
We are on fight 5. It's going to be Mac Beast taking on the Midwest Sniper. We're moving up through, nearly halfway through the card already, guys. All right.
Oh, wow.
And these two are
right on through it.
Ready to go. Both fairly newcomers here in the ESFL, but I think it's going to be a good time.
All right. Yeah. So we got Mac Beast versus Midwest Sniper. Late replacement there by Midwest. So we definitely appreciate that. Let me see. So Mac Beast, he won his only ESFL fight by KO. Says he's been beating Midwest Sniper in rank. So let's see if he's gonna be able to beat him in the ESFL. Like, it's one thing to beat your opponent on rank, but it's another thing to beat him in ESFL. No matter how much being Bruce Lee Rob fight on rank, once you get here in the ESFL, is a whole different thing, man. So yeah, I definitely understand.
We're gonna have to compete with John Anik and the other commentators here, but we'll be all right. Like you said, I mean, one fight, he's got the jitters out the way. He's picked the McGregor pick right here. This could be complete fireworks from start to finish. And like you said, Midwest Sniper, he's won fight of the night in his debut. His last fight was by KO, so 2-0 right now, and he wants to bring the pressure. I know that Mac Beast wants the pressure. I think this is going to probably be over in the first round, but we'll see. Both have very high chin stats, but here we go. 5th fight of the night. Mac Beast taking on Midwest Sniper on Xbox as well.
Yeah, now one thing about Midwest Sniper, he won fight of the night in another ESFL card. So this is another exciting fighter with Justin Gaethje, man. So, let's see what he brings.
If he can make space for the leg kicks, they will help him a lot to take away some of that power, but I really don't think he's going to have time to land them. There's one on the exit, but obviously that's not doing anywhere near as much damage as if he caught him coming forward. Look at the block, though. Oh, Mac Beastin takes the left hook round the back of the head as well, and now pressing forward with the jab. 2 over the top, 1-2 return right there, and trading the same combination. Jab, rear uppercut, left hook right there, Boxer, rocking each other nearly.
Yeah, Justin Gaethje standing in the pocket with Conor McGregor, impressive, and ended up getting a rock. Like, that's one place I would not want to be with Conor McGregor, trading combinations, but he's able to come out on top because Justin Gaethje, you have to respect his power and his speed and his stand-up because he's good.
I would agree, he is good. No body work at all from either fighters right now. Straight to the head, 1-2-3, trading on the inside, trying to return with a read uppercut. There again, a beautiful 3-punch combo off the back. The lead hook, the shoot so low, the block's low. He can get the finish right here. Oh, man.
All right, Conor McGregor's up.
We are 2 minutes into this fight.
Yeah. And I see why Midwest Sniper won fight of the night before, because he is pedal to the metal, man. He is just all go.
He needs some of that head movement right here. He's got to move his head box, so the block cannot take this punishment. He's just standing there eating it, trying to beat him speed for speed and losing every time.
Yeah, he's
slapping him
right now
with that beautiful roundhouse as well.
Yeah, Justin Gaethje, even though he's a B fighter, man, he is a high level pick in a ranked championship match, man. And I like what Midwest Sniper's doing. I mean, he's using
big right hand. Lead uppercut, that's it. Bam, the disrespect at the end. Wow. Damn. Oh my goodness. Leaves him face on the canvas. Sorry for interrupting there. Caught my breath, Boxer, man. Good performance.
No, it's all good. Yeah, man, Midwest Sniper coming in and just getting the job done. A first round knockout in the ESFL, and I think that was on his scouting report also, man. Like, wow, he just came in and got it done.
I mean, you can tell why he's won fight of the night before. I mean, it was pressure, but it was controlled pressure as well. Every shot was just on the end, just always touching that block. A lot of strike and stamina on Gaethje, so he's able to keep that offense going. And Midwest had Mac Beast had no answer for it, no answer at all. No commitment to the head movement, which ultimately just led to him, losing that block early, getting pounded around all over the place. And you can't just keep your hands up. You got to move the head. You got to use your footwork. Stay out if you're trying to meet your opponent shot for shot in the middle. And they're getting the better of you. You can't get hit and then chase them. You have to break the rhythm, find a different approach in terms of your offense, or you're just gonna eat shots all night. And he did.
Yeah, great job by both of those fighters coming out, putting on an amazing fight. Even though it was a short 1-round fight, I mean, I had a good time throughout the whole time. I mean, we couldn't even really catch our breath and commentate.
Man, I tried.
Fight was over with. Yeah, as fast as it started, man. But anytime you got Conor McGregor and Justin Gaethje throwing hands, it's bound to be a quick night. So, man, maybe that's something we'll see in real life in the future one day, but it played out here in the ESFL in the UFC 3, and that was very entertaining, man. So great job by both of those guys, matchmakers in the ESFL. I want to see these winners versus these winners and these cards to come, because man, we are setting up some storylines that I want to see play out, and this is very exciting, man. I like where this is going, babe.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we should do a recreation of UFC 249 or something, and just have the matchup.
For sure.
You get the fights that you want.
Yep.
All right, we'll keep it moving right here, guys, because we're on a roll. It's got some good momentum. We keep running in, get these fights keep coming. We're on to fight number 6 of the night right now. We've got Lewat and Bravado right now, who was formerly Lewis, I believe was his name. But here we go. We're going to check it out in the middleweight division. Let's see.
Anytime you have 4D in your gamer tag, I expect top level, the best of the best in the striking, because you're in that camp with one of the best guy on the PlayStation side in Ed Parker, and I know that he's not going to just let anybody into his camp. So I really expect to see a lot here from.
Oh, robot boxer again.
Am I out? Am I good?
Yeah, you're good. I know what's happening today. It's all right.
Okay, yeah.
I can't wait for the new game and a whole new setup for the ESFL as well. That's going to be good.
Yeah. Hopefully, UFC 4 is good, man. Hopefully, the new game, is better and just builds off of UFC 3, hopefully. But I'm looking forward to the new game as well.
All right.
4D.
Good matchup. Like you said, as you say, for Lewis 4D with Ed Parkey. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. He didn't make it quite far in the Ricky J tournament. This is his ESFL debut, so big eyes on this one. I know that Ed will be rooting for him right here. And Bravado, he's not fought here yet. He's ranked 62 on the leaderboard. Let's see, man. I love this matchup. Lewat right here, obviously using Bisping head movement. Real nice and tight. I mean, double fake jab. I love it. For straight 2, tries to get the hook over the top right here, and just Bravado covering up right there. Just pure shell up top. A nice roundhouse snapping at the end of that combination.
Yeah, you got to watch out, man, for those heavy hands of Paulo Costa, man, because, I mean, he has a level 4 heavy hands and a 95 power, man. So he's also throwing those 99 hooks, man. You just cannot take them, but the stamina in the long game of Michael Bisping is what you got to watch out for. You don't want to overcommit, because later in those rounds, once that marathon kicks in for Michael Bisping, it could be a short night. But he's landing that body shot.
Over and over.
Bailiff feeling it as he's taking those body shots. You can't take those body hooks and uppercuts, man.
So far, Lewat had done a great job using head movement, slipping underneath those head strikes. And I mean, that was a good early read by Bravado. Immediately just saying, all right, I'm going to hit the body. That's exactly what you need to do when someone's doing this well with their head movement. And I love this from Lewat, man. This is slips and rolling under. This is how you move your head in this game.
Look at this. Look at these level changes here coming out from Bravado, man. Just high, high-low, man, and doing it so quick with Pryoxis there, man. Very impressive.
We need to see some commitment to some uppercuts right here from Lewis if he's going to stop this pressure from Bravado, because this is a patient Costa, and this is what you need to be. This is patient pressure because you have power, and you can stop the counterattack so you can just walk your opponent down. And look at the body health on Bisping, man. That's some chunks missing from that bar right there.
Yeah, already. I see that. Yeah, now one thing he got to be careful of, those uppercuts that he throws will tire out Pryoxis. So, and then with the marathon perk, Bisping, if he makes it to the third round, he's going to get a boost in stamina. So, you can't gas out early. But look at there. And see, look, the life.
Rear uppercut, lead hook. Oh, he tried to finish him off with the right hand over the top. You are so right there.
These hooks.
Oh, only took 2, and another 2 right there. He's backing him up. Nice slip to the outside, the uppercut, and now he has to go forward. But he backs up again. Has to keep this pressure because, I don't know how well he would fight moving backwards here, but he's conceding this ground. I'm sure this is how Lewis likes to fight, likes to move backwards and counter, but he's conceding this ground over and over, and Bravado is just eating it and taking it and using it to implement this offense right now.
Yeah, he's eating shot after shot, man. Here, you want to just time an uppercut at the time when Bravado goes for a body shot. That's like one of the only defenses just to back an opponent off. Like, he's going that 1-2 to the body. You got to try to guess one of those, but easier said than done sitting up here in the booth, baby.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Lewis, he has those teeps, he has the knees, all of that stuff will help him as well. But like you said, easier said than done, especially at this level, man. I mean, this is as high level as it gets with this game.
Yeah, and one thing, like, the game's been out so long, man, and everybody has went off and become a professional at their own style.
Yeah.
And that's why we're seeing so many great fights and different styles here in all of our first 6 matches.
Nice little short hook to the body right there by Lewis. He got that one in there, but he can't trade like this, Boxer. There's no way. He can stay in the pocket and roll and use that great head movement, but that's not gonna help his body. This close, he's just eating the body kicks. He has to step out right here. He will probably lose this fight if he stays in here any longer right now. He's getting hit with that extra animation of recoil right now. Ducked right into that. Beautiful patient work by Bravado right there.
He decided not to even take. He's comfortable. He decided not to even jump on that Balin because he's just that confident in his striking right now.
Yeah, I mean, he has really not taken any damage right here. Lewis has done a good job avoiding some of the shots to wear him down a little bit, but he's not been able to land much offense. And the body work changed from Bravado right at the start. I don't know if this is normal, tactic to hit the body this much, but it doesn't really matter. I'll shut up right now because the left hook to the body again. Lead uppercut just whistles. Double uppercut into the straight to the body to finish it off right there. And man, this is just an onslaught right now.
Yeah, this is bad. Every single shot is landing, is blinking body, blinking head that Bravado is giving right now. And Lewis 4D needs to really find a way to get back into this fight right now.
He needs to watch that uppercut. Straight right down the middle off the leg kick catch there. Because he keeps throwing that lead hook to the body. He does Lewis and one uppercut and he is out of there right now. So, I mean, what do you do? What do you do in this situation? You've taken so much damage.
Yeah, you're taking a lot of damage. In Pryoxis, I mean, with that power, he has a 92 strike.
Oh, there's the uppercut. There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
And that's the finish right there. I mean, second round, middle of second round. Yeah, go ahead, baby. Wow.
I was going to say, not a dramatic finish, but like you can't take anything away from that finish because that was a stellar performance right there from Bravado. I mean, that was just really good timing, really good execution of basic, simple principles of this game. Straights to the body, lead hooks to the body, and just perfect timing. And also, he did a really good job, very subtly mixing up his attacks that really, I think, had Lewis guessing. As soon as Lewis started to get his feel with his head movement, he would hit the body again. So he'd commit to trying to defend the body, and he was back up top. It was just dictating the pace perfectly throughout that fight. And really just swarming, slowly breaking down your opponent, I think, is probably the best description of that. Like almost Floyd Mayweather-esque. He learned what his tendencies were. Yeah. He took his defense away until he had nothing left and then just finished him off with a nice uppercut.
Yeah, great job by both of those fighters. I mean, whenever you take out anybody from the 4D camp, man, I mean, that's very impressive, and especially to do it here in the ESFL. I was very impressed with how fast he was able to level change and go high low with that jab, and then the body uppercut or the hooks, and then also, you know, keep his body from getting hurt because on the other hand, Lewis 4D was actually doing a whole lot of damage, you know, but he just got a little bit behind from that power from Paulo Costa you just can't contend with. And that's hard, man. I mean, you really just have to be able to time a good uppercut, you know, to get out of that situation. But great job by both of those fighters. Another amazing fight. I do, for the people that's picking fight of the night, I do not want to be in their position right now. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that I don't like about Bisping is you don't have a rear teep kick. You've only got a front leg push kick. So when there's that much pressure, it's really hard to create space as Bisping. I mean, Bisping's great for letting your opponent come forward, slipping, ripping, you know, jabbing them out, trying to keep them off you. But you've got no teep kick. I don't even know how good his knee to the body is or if it's that effective. You've already let them close a bit too close if that's your only way to keep people off you. And he hasn't got that much power, so people aren't really inclined to back up if you land a couple of shots. So Bisping's a great character, has lots of stamina, but he has no way to really stop pressure when you start to take too much damage that you can't defend yourself anymore. So yeah, I don't know.
Great job, man. That was a good fight, man. So are we, what fight is up next, Balin? Are we already on fight number 7?
We're looking at Romz versus Michael Atkins right here, and another middleweight fight as well. Should
all right. Time. Yeah, one of my favorite divisions. Are they going to pick Israel Adesanya? Let's see if that's going to be the pick. Adesanya.
There we go.
Adesanya.
All right, here we go.
Is it going to be a mirror match?
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Mirror match Adesanya. Haven't seen that yet.
The Bisping
now
pick up again.
Yeah, now both of these guys here, Michael Atkins, I seen both of these guys in the top 100. You know, Romz late replacement, you know, and Michael Atkins been in the top 10 in Ultimate Team. You know, he had some KOs here in the ESFL. So, you know, I mean, we got some guys with some experience here, and looking forward to another great fight.
Yeah, we'll see how this plays out. I mean, I expect a patient strategy from both fighters. Like you said, you know, Michael Atkins been in the top 10 of the team, and Romz fairly unknown. He's a late replacement. So that can sometimes affect your mindset going in. You either come in, you know, with nothing to lose and you go after it, or you are obviously a little bit nervous and maybe out of practice and out of shape, out of fight camp. You know, it can go either way, but it should be an interesting matchup. I expect to be a little bit more patient. Diving on the ankle, pick single leg knee. Oh my God, what was that, boxer? What just happened, man?
Oh wow, man! Wait, you're a little ahead of me. Let me catch up. All right.
Okay, I'll try not to react to what's happening right now.
Oh, he might be out. This could be it right here. Wow, I think I'm caught up. Already. Nice spinning kick there.
Yeah, there you go. I love
Romz.
There we go. Sorry, we'll just jump back in. This is beautiful work right here from Romz, really planting and nailing those techniques at the perfect time. As there's forward pressure from Michael Atkins, who we didn't know if he would come out patient or what, but he's putting it on with Bisping. There's the teep to the head. Nice block. Oh, misses the turning sidekick.
Oh, he's in trouble.
The rear uppercut. Michael burnt all his stamina and beautiful head movement there, saving him. And there's a nice lead hook into that turning sidekick. Wow, man. Both fighters been hurt already. Boxing, there's a lead uppercut off the straight. 1, 2. Lead uppercut.
Ooh. It's so much going on.
Oh, lead head kick. I said this was going to be patient. This is the fastest fight we've had all night.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, these guys are throwing everything in the kitchen sink there. Michael Atkins just pouring on the pressure there. He has Romz backed up against the cage. And already, like you said, Bay, it's only the first 2 minutes, and these guys have rock at the rock already.
Ooh, nice switch kick to the body. I don't know how he found space to land that. And Michael, just disregarding his own safety, running in, hands up, only blocking the head. Nice slip straight into the lead uppercut, which he's been landing a lot as Romz. It's probably his best strike. With his fists, he's getting it off nicely after 2-punch or 3-punch combination, circling out into the leg kick. That's nice as well. That'll slow him down. Nice jab. Sticks it straight to the body. Another teep to the head and hits it again, man. He loves that lead lead hook roundhouse. Or spinning kick, excuse me.
Yeah, he does. I see that. And yeah, one thing with Israel right there, man.
We caught him. Oh, again. That's it.
Oh, my God.
Beautiful work.
Is that it?
Man.
I didn't even have a chance to do a breakdown. These fights are going so fast, Balin.
Oh,
this is crazy.
Good lead hand work.
Bisping pick.
Left hook Larry coming in strong right there for Bisping. A lead uppercut and a lead left hand. Catch your opponent sleeping and finish them up before they can react. There it is. There's the lead uppercut right there. He tried to level change. That's what saved him last time. I don't know if it was, a cognitive, remembrance of the technique that avoided the finish from happening initially, because he ducked way underneath and that drained all the stamina off Michael, which got him to back up in the first time. But right there, double uppercut for the win. A good finish.
Yeah, Michael Atkins coming in doing some work really early. So we had 2 fights right here back to back where guys, just finished each other like pretty quickly. So that's really impressive. Great job by both of those fighters. I was hoping to see some head movement from Adesanya and yeah, but I didn't see it because he's untouchable in the first round. He has an increased head movement by +3. Mm-hmm. So I was hoping to see a little bit more of that. But Michael just came right out and put it on him, man. Very impressive win there in the ESFL. I know he feels good about that.
Oh man, yeah. Especially, well, you got to give it up to Romz filling on short notice, obviously as well, and did look quite good for someone who had just showed up on short notice just to make the fight happen. But Michael came trained for that one, and we just saw a patient defensive Bisping versus an aggressive Bisping. Can be played in both ways, and that works in his favor right there, having the stamina to keep up that pressure and good commitment to the lead hand techniques. He really found a home for the finishing shots with those.
Yeah. So I think we got to hurry up. Fight 8. I think they're already in the octagon.
They are already in the octagon. You are completely right, sir. You're right. It is welterweight right here. Who we got? Carolyn versus Spill Actions. All right.
Yeah. All right, so these guys are familiar with each other. How do you pronounce their names, Balin? Carolyn
and Spill Actions.
All right.
With a Z.
All right, Spill's Action is a guy that's also been in the top 100. So interested to see how he performs here in the ESFL. So getting out. They're actually touching gloves.
Ooh, both through the double jab. That's a nice thing to see right at the start here.
Wow, yeah, utilizing that jab. So you want to see some head movement here. If somebody's overutilizing that jab, but I'm pretty sure being the top 100 in rank, he already knows.
Ooh, nice. Double fake and then stepped into the body kick off the jab. That was a nice little work by Carolyn. Just getting Spill to wait, and then before he could react, just set it up nicely. Nice fakes as well here. This is a nice little patient approach from Carolyn. Inside leg kicks, nothing doing. Snap jab. You don't see someone using that too much. And that's a beautiful time side kick right there. That's Taekwondo championship level timing on that side kick.
He's doing some major damage to the body with these kicks. These uppercuts.
Oh, beautiful. Catching him on the way out with the lead hook as well. Very Diaz-like. Jump for switch kick. I love this. Carolyn knows his techniques and his timing right here. This is beautiful work.
I like his timing. He's throwing a lot of high and low strikes. I mean, he's keeping everything balanced. Not too much just to the body, not too much to the head. I mean, he's throwing a lot of complement of different strikes. Very impressive here to start out round one.
Beautiful management of distance by Carolyn as well, man. Do you see that? He's out of the range of them. No head movement, just moving out, landing all of his strikes just in the range of it as well. So beautiful management of distance right here. But Spills is trying. He's finding a home for that inside leg kick. It's making it work for him. It has been checked a few times now. He's got to be careful throwing it open like that. And again, throwing the uppercut, forcing it, and that's it. It's over.
It's over.
That's it, man. Even shorter than the last one. I can't believe it.
My goodness.
Oh, my God.
Man, they are getting in and getting this work done.
Overhand vulnerability, man. Overhand vulnerability window. I mean, he had him catch. He caught him, desperate. He forced the overhand almost. It was good. It was a good little pressure shot. I can't remember what he threw. He went to throw a leg kick. Let me switch off this screen. He went to throw the leg kick, and got stopped by the snap jab, pushed back to the cage, so immediately threw the overhand, trying to throw something in there to stop him from coming forward, and he kind of baited that technique out, slipped through the uppercut, lead hook, dropped him against the cage, and a big rear hand uppercut after an overhand. That's a big damage window to take advantage of, and that's all it took. It's over.
Yeah, and that was Carolyn, right? That got that win with Nick Diaz. Yeah, so I mean, to come in and do that against a guy that's top 20 in rank, I mean, that's very impressive there with Nick Diaz. And like we said before, with that body snatcher perk of Nick Diaz, you cannot take those hooks to the body, and we saw him slipping it in there every so often after those jabs, also landing kicks, overhand, finish it off. Very, very impressive. But great job by both of those fighters, man. Can't wait to see Carolyn come back to the octagon and see if he can fight some of these other fighters who also got wins in the first round. I love to see how that plays out. Man, we are going through this card, Balin, flying through it.
We're already at fight number 9. Speak of a man who had his one of his apprentices show up earlier on tonight. Mr. Cody Dank is our next fighter in the in a great matchup against Humongous, man. I mean, Humongous is taking on his friend Cher, beat him. There's a bit of rivalry going on there. It should be a good fight, Boxer.
Yeah, it definitely should be. I mean, Cody Dank, we know he's the big time in the community. So no stranger to the octagon. We saw Chris Weidman on a Twitch stream for UFC 3, and he was playing the game. And if he really wants to get on this competitive side, I really would encourage all of those UFC fighters to come over, because we can show them, hey, this isn't a game where you're just mashing buttons. There's a lot of meta, there's a lot of strategy to this game. And so if Chris Weidman wants to come, we definitely will be more than welcome to have him here in the ESFL. But that is the rumor, Cody Dank training up Chris Weidman to compete in ESFL. That would be something to see.
Well, worlds can collide, can't they? I mean, that'll be our way in to EA. We'll go through the UFC fighters and then get them to promote for us. That's a window right there. I know Cody, they're just setting up the fight right now. He was doing a little warm-up stream, so we'll give him a second there. But I mean, we've had Cody Dank come and compete multiple times. I remember when he first showed up on the scene, got some wins, got some losses, then really went away, worked on his game, win after win after win after win, and then we haven't seen him for a while. Him and a bunch of other fighters who originally started out in the early days of the first season of the ESFL. So it's good to have him back, and it should be a good matchup. What can you tell us about Humongous here? We have a report on him, right?
Yeah. He's he's, I guess this is his first time like in the ESFL, and he's been ranked in the top 5 in Ultimate Team. So again, Ultimate Team guys, stand up, get your respect, because rumor has it Humongous feels like this is kind of like a David and Goliath matchup here. You got Cody Dank, big name veteran, definitely one of the top guys in the world at this game. So Humongous is feeling like he's kind of like the underdog here, and he's thinking like his heart rate is going to be up and really accelerated for this fight. And I totally understand. I'm telling you, when I had my fights in the ESFL, I was nervous the whole weekend and getting ready for fights. So I get it, but just stick to what you've been the best in the world in Ultimate Team. Bring that to the ESFL and you'll do good, So interested to see Humongous fighting a huge Cody Dank.
It looks like they're just trying to get some bits and bobs working behind the scenes here, but no, we can take a second just talk about, because you mentioned briefly, getting the UFC fighters involved, but also UFC 4, and when the new game does drop, we don't know when it's going to drop. It's not even been announced, but we can assume it's coming. We are going to be doing a little rebrand of the ESFL. We're going to be overhauling everything. This has been the graphical package you've been witnessing since the early days. We will be overhauling all of this and getting everything in. If you're in the Discord, we're going to be gutting that thing down to its core. and removing a lot of the channels and stuff in there. And if you want to help out, please go in the Discord right now. There's an application bit at the bottom, at the very bottom. You can apply to help out, be a member of the staff if you feel you could help in any way. If you feel like there's something you're good at, maybe you're good at matchmaking, maybe you're good at, choosing fighters from, the ranked boards who you think would be good in the ESFL. Maybe you want to be in on the meetings. Maybe you want to do some graphic design. Maybe you want to do some video editing. Maybe you want to make YouTube content. Maybe you want to do some kind of ESFL, UFC 3 or 4 update, patch note podcast on a weekly basis. Anything like that. Get in the Discord, go down to the bottom, apply, because we need, the community to come together for the new game. Make some content. This is a family. This isn't an individual system here.
Yeah, I mean, when you say that, it really reminds me of just how much work goes on to put this production on. A lot of the guys in the back, whether Top Man Stan, people like yourself, are missing out a whole bunch of other people, but everybody in the staff that comes together and makes graphics, whether that's commentating, putting out scouting reports, you name it. We definitely need help from the community. And and if you're in the community, definitely, always, see, what ways that you can, help out. And whether that's even, acting appropriately in the chat section, all of this helps bring our community together, because it takes a whole lot of people, to bring on this production. It is not just a one-man show. And we work hard to bring you guys what you guys see here today.
For sure. And speaking of that, two men who are about to showcase a lot of their hard work are they ready to go? They're readying up. Let's get after it.
Okay, are they ready to go?
They are ready, yeah. There it is. I think you need to get rid of the M, because it's on Cody's Twitch. So if you just go to Cody Dank's Twitch page, it's on there.
Okay, do I just need to get rid of the M?
The M at the start of the Twitch link, because it's a mobile link. So if you just...
Oh, yeah, I see that.
Oh, you should be fine. Ahmed Habib, there are 3 fights left. Okay, and I am reading chat.
Oh, wow.
I see you guys in there. Not including this one. All right, here we go, man. Like we said, Cody Dank taking on Humongous, 2 fighters with a lot to prove. Cody Dank want to still show he's one of the best in the world. Last person he lost to was Mr. Pryoxis in the main event of the last card. Was it the last card? I think it was the last card. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
that's a tough win. That's a tough out. He has some of the best striking in the world. Trains a bunch of fighters, which only makes you better as well. And if he's training Chris Weidman as well, man. I mean, he rolls in IRL. I've seen him in his gi. This man knows what is up, and he's taking on Mr. Humongous, man, who feels like this fight is David and Goliath, and thinks it will end with sweaty hands and accelerated heart rate. He is down to fight right here, so we're looking forward to this. Cody with the classic Mr. Nick Diaz pickup. If you've never seen Cody fight, he likes to fight patiently, calmly, look for his counter shots, and then turn on the pressure when he feels the moment is right, when he feels momentum is about to swing his way, and then not let up on that pressure. And Mr. Humongous here, man, he's a very well-rounded fighter, great striking as well. Has been called a no slouch by Ed Parker in Top Man Stan. This man is no slouch, guys, so we'll see.
All right, well, yeah, it'd be interesting. This is an interesting matchup here. Let's see, anytime you get GSP, of course, you got to worry about that takedown. They come out, touch gloves here. Let's see if they're going to keep this fight on the feet, or is it going to go to the ground with a takedown. Block break already there from Cody Dank early.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I mean. Cody knows the striking game inside out, knows exactly what he's doing. Oh, cheeky lead hook as well. That's exactly what he wants. And no wasted energy ever from someone like Cody. No wasted energy. Not a single punch that will miss, unless obviously there's some good evasion by Humongous. But
look at Cody, like,
nice slip.
Can't just go get that takedown,
mate.
But look, let's see if he can. Let's see if he can get the takedown from this clinch here.
I mean,
nice,
beautiful
clinch denials.
Hit the slip.
And he's out
on the straight, and then snatch the single collar. Beautiful job. Humongous needs more of that. That head movement is gonna have to. Oh, that was a desperation shot right there. And then a nice break from Cody. He's not gonna hit that again. And whiffing on those hooks there, Humongous eats the liver shot right there as well. Another deny, another liver shot.
Oh.
Rear uppercut lands, but you know, Nick Diaz has that chin. I think he's gonna be fine.
Oh yeah, now that he's going, now let's see if he can go for that takedown. Since now he's kind of there he goes, and Cody's on both of them. Cody is on the takedown, and he's on
nice push
but then he gets this
to the high crotch. Man, he's got it right there. Locks it up.
Great. I like to see that, man. You stick with it just because it was 1 denial, 2 denials. I mean, he had 3 denials and he got the 4th one. Wasn't able to do too much with that, but he's right where he wants to be. He's in the clinch, and Cody is out.
I want to just tell you that Cody Dank had time to type in the Twitch chat during that exchange already.
Wow.
Back up on the feet right here. Humongous landing the head kick as well and trying to grab that single collar. Flicking out the front kick, no one there. I like the stance switching. Nice little short straight to the body right here. Double jab, lead hook, nothing doing. Straight into the jab here. And now they're both being very passive, both worrying about not taking too much damage already. Wow. That's a nice time takedown. I mean, like we said, the stat difference is pretty high right here. It's like an 87, 89 or something defense versus that 99 takedown. So he can grab these. It's all about how Cody can get back up and, weather the storm and maybe just chip some stamina away as well.
Yeah, 84 takedown defense again for Nick Diaz. So you have to be careful. But look, Cody is such a beast. Look, even when he's on the ground, he's able to get that top advantage there within a reversal. So Cody right now just kind of filling out his opponent. I expect as we go into round 2 here that he starts turning up the heat because he doesn't just want to hang out here on the ground with GSP.
I mean, Cody has definitely had his fair share of matches that he's lost on the ground, back in the day, and he's had to be forced to work on that. So you're seeing that right now. Beautiful reversal initiated by Humongous, but there, saw the arm triangle coming, hits a reversal back into half guard, and now popped into full guard here at the end of the first round.
Yeah, and see, whenever you're grappling with this GSP, especially whenever you're looking at Nick Diaz has a 91 grapple stamina, so he's no slouch in terms of stamina on the ground, but GSP is going to wear your stamina if you just stay on the ground with him and he's on that top position. But as you can see there from the highlights, seems like Cody Dank definitely got the best of Humongous there on the feet and probably won the round.
Yeah, I would probably give that round to Cody as well. I mean, the 3 takedowns that happened. But a lot of damage by Cody, especially in the opening. It doesn't. Maybe he didn't. Maybe. I mean, I think he did win it on the judges' cards. But even if he didn't, he definitely came out of that first round with the most advantages going into the second in terms of damage dealt and stamina remaining.
Yeah. All right. Coming up on round 2. Humongous got his first round out of the way. Let's see if those nerves kind of settled in. But look at Cody Dank baiting him in, with the taunt.
Yeah, that head health.
Humongous still going for those takedowns.
The nice little snap switch kick right there, catching Cody in the body as he does a little taunt fake point right here. But this is good work from Cody again. Just jab, glide, jab, lead hook straight, just really using that jab to guide and push forward. And you'll see how he snaps it forward and then throws a second jab from his planted stance. So he closes the distance, and then when he's in range, he stands and snaps that jab or snaps that straight. So although it looks like he's moving forward in all these strikes, he's really only moving forward on the first one to close the distance, and then when he's in range, he stops and throws from a planted stance and gets the denial this time. Straight back up.
Yeah. Cody's like, hey, what are you doing? It's interesting when he's trying to pick his time to go for the takedown. I feel like he's not necessarily setting it up. He's just kind of going out there, but he is able to get these clinch attempts where he can work for the takedown here. This is where he fought to get. Yeah, nice shots there from Cody Dank. And look, Cody's out.
Nice break, double jab into the straight. The lead hook just flicking on the end right here. And Humongous is backing up. Done a double circle out, hits the switch again to the body, but it's not going to be enough to stop this forward pressure. Again, this double jab, Humongous has to find an answer to. He's got to move his head. A couple more of them, it's going to start really hurting that block. He's going to have to move the head, and now he's swaying into that cheeky lead check hook right there. The rear uppercut firing down the middle. Ooh, caught him on the end of it though, Boxer.
Yeah, look at that. Again, he's working in this clinch, man. This is where he wants to be, and he gets the takedown off and right in the full mouth. All right, beautiful. So now this is your opportunity. You want to make sure that you don't throw too many strikes so you can get all your transition denials. And look, he has his opportunity. This is exactly what he wants. Even though he didn't get it, that's all right. because this is what you work for to get in this position. And at this point, anything can happen. Yeah. And I like that. He's taking his time because he wants to keep this position here.
He said it'd be sweaty palms, and this is a moment where he has to breathe and slow down, not react to what Cody's doing, just formulate his game plan in his mind and lead the dance here on the ground. But there we go, no fake to set up the transition, and easily swept right there by Cody, who's now back on top in half guard. Got 50 seconds left in this round, probably going to ride it out, pound him out, and stay safe for the rest of this one.
Yeah, exactly. Now, coming into the round 3, I want to see what Cody Dank does. Does he just, kind of coast it out, go for the decision victory, or is he going to, get a knockout here? But right now, I definitely would give the advantage to Cody. But Humongous there, he's in it, but he's going to have to turn things around here in the 3rd round.
Yeah, just nice, good, constant pressure from Cody. He's still getting passing off as well. It's not like he's holding position. He's advancing position on the ground and even just adding pressure to the ground fight here as well. But it was a great little takedown right there from the clinch. Humongous denied the single collar transition, then pumped a fake to the over-under, and then hit that single leg. So he's getting these takedowns. He's finding ways to make them work, but, it doesn't seem to matter too much because Cody's able to just competently fight and compete on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, I'm impressed anytime that, people get takedowns because when it's coming, like the opponent knows the takedown is coming, but what are you going to do to be creative enough to still get a takedown? And I like what he's doing, going to get the takedown through the clinch, but when he gets there, he's going to have to do something with it. But for right now, I got Cody Dank up 2 rounds to zip. Let's see if he can close the deal.
All right, we'll see, man. Humongous might be able to pull something out. Maybe he can get an early takedown, but you got to think he's 2 rounds down, like you just said, so we'll see how Cody deals with this at the end. You might look for that finish, like you said. The head health certainly low enough, and there throws a switch kick. Not enough room on it, and a 1-2 right down the middle by Cody, who's now going to keep pressure. Snap that double jab every single time, and there's been no head movement from Humongous. It's really, really cost him in this fight. Beautiful short straight left. Plants him down against the cage there.
Yeah, huge knockdown there for Cody Dank, and that probably sealed up the victory for him. Let's see if he's going to be able to get a KO there, but you never know. Cody Dank out of that tie clinch there, right where he wants to be. Oh,
there's a lot of wasted stamina on those movements, but he did get out of the way of that uppercut. But just covering and shelling up right here whilst Cody pumps that jab is not going to help him. He has to slip, time the head movement. Ooh.
Yeah, he still gets going for those takedowns just out of nowhere. He kind of wanted to be more creative with them. And Cody Dank pouring on the pressure right here. I feel like it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, I feel like it is too. But, the stamina lowering a little bit for Cody here. Oh, that does not help him right there. The short straight again pops him down. The head health is flashing. And there we go, finishing it off. Oh, no, the armbar. Going to turn that wrist, stick it up to the sky right here. And he's going to snap it. There we go. Good job. Nice finish. Wow. Hits the sub as well. Mr. Diaz style. Yep. Pressure, really, boxer.
Yeah, I mean, great job there by Cody Dank, able to fend off all of those takedown attempts, just about a majority of them. And every time you get those takedown denied, then your stamina is going to go down, which then Nick Diaz has an advantage on the feet. So that was a great job by Cody Dank, just sticking to the basics there. And even with Humongous, this was his first fight in the ESFL, sweaty palms and all. You made it to the 3rd round against a very high level opponent. And great job by both of those fighters. But tonight was the night for Cody Dank. He feels good. Can't wait to see both of those guys back in the ESFL.
Yeah.
So
I think someone that can challenge Cody, maybe someone with a high level grappling, see how much of that part of his game has evolved. Because clearly on the feet, he's got his game plan. He's able to execute. It's not entirely based around pressure, but it is definitely about taking advantage of every opportunity you give him. So if you give him space to pressure, he'll pressure. But if you come and come towards him, then he'll stop and he'll counter and he'll pick the shot. So it's a very fluid striking game. He can do all styles. He can pressure or he can retreat. He can slip, he can strike, he can make you pay. But it is a lot based around capitalizing on every single mistake you make. If you're throwing kicks, he's going to move forward and beat you to the punch. If you're ducking under, he'll throw those uppercuts. It doesn't matter. I would like to see him fight a high-level grappler, maybe someone like Crucifix, maybe someone who has given some of these strikers and even Cody problems in the past. You know, if they want to come back and fight, you know, let's get some showcasing on. Let's test these fighters. Let's not have them just, you know, both of those guys are able to showcase their game tonight dominantly and effectively. Let's match them up and let's see who's, you know, who can outperform the other.
Yep. So what do we have coming up here next? We have another, so we got Maddie 4D versus Suspends. Looking forward to this fight here.
Yeah, we've only got 3 left.
Yep. Yeah, so another 4D fighter here with Maddie 4D, another guy coming out of Ed Parker's camp, so you know his striking is going to be top notch. Suspenza is definitely a guy that's, you know, veteran in the ESFL, 9-7. You know, he lost to Pre-United, another amazing fighter on the PS4 side. He lost to Pre-United in ESFL 50, but Suspenza is no slouch because, you know, he has wins over Lexar, Hammer, and T4H Lesson. So this guy has some really big wins up under his belt. Ooh. And let's see if he's going to be able to get another one here against Maddie 4D.
Oh, I like this Cody Garbrandt mirror match. I like this a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to be careful with this Cody Garbrandt because not a lot of people know Cody has 96 power, and then at the same time he has a level 4 heavy hand, so he has 100 power hooks that he's throwing. A lot of people don't know that down here in this little division you got to watch out for the power. Cody Garbrandt,
I mean, Cody is my go-to pick at bantamweight and has been for the last year and a half and always will be. I think he's an excellent fighter in this game. He's, you know, but I just wanted to throw that out there. All right, Cody Garbrandt mirror match. That's great. I love it. Let's see it. Let's go. Like you said, this is fight number 10. Maddie 4D versus Suspense. Like you said, 4D part of that Ed Parker camp who's fighting tonight. Suspense, a true vet right here. Let's see how it plays out, man. This should be a bar burner.
Yeah, let's see. All right, both of these guys coming out mirror match. I like mirror matches just because, you know, you get to see really who's the best out of the two individual players. So let's see how this one plays out.
Yeah, for sure. Nice little outside leg kick by Suspense. I mean, just teasing with it, trying to check the range, see how fast Matt is going to try and close that distance and what kind of pressure he's going to bring. It's a nice little leg jab. You know, it works nicely. You've got to be careful he doesn't get caught coming in, but he'll probably use it to fake. And there's a nice push kick down the middle by Matt, controlling that center. He knows that Suspenza has a lot of pressure himself. Nice jab into the lead hook, and again, jabs to the lead hook, try to land the big left hand. And noting that Maddie's in southpaw right now, I think it's like a 94 switch stance for Cody, so not really too much of a problem. Maybe he wants to slip that right hand, get underneath it, and punish to the body, or get to the outside of it and come back with his own big hook.
Yeah, exactly right. 94 switch stance there by Cody Garbrandt. So yeah, he's not losing a lot when he switches, you know, to that southpaw stance. But yeah, but I can tell this is a very technical match. As you get down here in these weight divisions, things get a lot more technical. And both of these guys filling each other out, seeing what they can get away with. But this is a high level striking match so far.
Yeah, and, you know, Suspense is doing a great job just floating around the outside. He's taking a lot of this on his block. You saw it break almost there. He does need to, you know, if he's going to let this much pressure come at him, he is going to have to use things other than his hands to defend these strikes. Maybe flick back, flick out, roll underneath. If he keeps holding onto the block, he's going to take a lot of damage. Like you said, these are power 100 hooks coming at him. You know, it's going to do a lot of damage to the block. And that's a big left hand over the top.
Woo!
He's trying to double jab and land it again right there.
From 4D. Coming out with that hook that we talked about. Let's see, but Suspenza, I think he has a slight stamina advantage. I really can't tell. I think that this fight is even right now, you know, going into the second round. But look at those snappy 1-2 punches right there coming from Suspenza. Went down low, touching the legs also. A lot of these guys seem evenly matched up. Mirror match.
Yeah, you can tell
Maddie. It's going to be interesting.
You can tell Maddie's finding his groove a little because those little outside leg kicks the Suspenser was using to jab and poke, Maddie's now just powering straight through and catching him with the punches before he gets those kicks off. So Maddie's moving forward a little bit more. He's putting a little bit more pressure on. You can tell he's finding home for his hands. A bit more confident. There's a beautiful read uppercut into that lead hand as well.
Nice combination there by Maddie. Last 30 seconds of the first round, I really can't tell still if somebody is pulled away. Oof. Both of these guys still even at this point, but just like that, Maddie 4D landing a huge combination to the body. Suspends are answering right back.
Yeah, 10 seconds left in this round. I mean, it has been very backwards and forwards, but you know, I'd probably give that round to Maddie, maybe just about. But Suspends are probably coming out with a little bit more stamina as he did throw less shots.
Yeah, so let's see if somebody establishes their dominance into the second round. Right now, we got a very even fight going back and forth. Mirror match. Cody Garbrandt. Let's see what happens.
Beautiful.
Yeah, nice body shot there by Suspender.
Really planted and got under that jab as well. Slipped to the outside, ripped to the body with a big right hand and came back with a left hook as well. But there, the kicks, man, whoever's going to start firing them is going to make a real difference because the distance they're fighting as, you know, all boxing so far, all boxing. If Maddie's pushing him back, he can land these kicks. Suspensor's the one, you know, getting pressured. He's not going to be able to find a home for him because there's a chance he'll get hit in the face before he does.
Yeah. All right, here, yeah, both of these guys still, they've managed their stamina great here. Still, both of these guys have a lot of power here. Not sure. Oh, nice leg kick there from Suspender. Maybe that's an opening. He's eating some jabs there from Maddie 4D. Ooh. Both of these guys are landing a lot of shots, not a lot of wasted
energy. Nice straight right down the middle. And the uppercut as well, got the block so low. Man, so close.
That was a huge left hand there by Maddie 4D coming as soon as Suspenders was throwing that kick. He has to be careful because if you get caught throwing that kick, you can get rocked just like we saw happen just there.
I like what Suspensor's doing. You know, he's trying to control this aggression and counter, especially to the body. But Maddie, when he hurts him, he fires 4 or 5 punch combinations right down the middle. And Suspensor's block has taken enough damage right now that the last couple of strikes are going to be landing. So, and Maddie's doing a great job really managing that stamina as well. Oh, beautiful jab, rear uppercut, lead left hook, 3 shots to the body as well. Oh, there it is again.
Yeah, he rolled the dice and he stayed low.
This is what I mean. No block. He's just letting it go. No block left.
He just let him go, man. You know, now he has to be careful because Suspender knows that when he goes low, he may stay low. But look at there. Now he's going up high. Maddie 4D showing why he's in Ed Parker's camp. Putting on a clinic right now.
Disgusting, trying to counter with the left hook and keep it off him, but we're seeing 1-2s, 2-3 lead uppercuts, 1 rear uppercuts into lead hand, 1-2-3 right down the middle right there to sit Suspender down for perhaps the last time right here, Boxer, because he may not survive the next one. Oh, again.
Wow. And we still got a minute left in this second round. Suspender is going to have to turn things around. He's going to have
to throw an overhand.
Skill to do it.
Just blow it. Just throw the overhand. It's the only hard. Nice double jab. Keep the pressure back here. But the lead hook that the Maddie's charging forward with is just doing so much damage. Now hitting the body. Jab into the big rear left. He's trying to follow up with a 2-3. Oh, but a rear uppercut from Suspender catches him.
Oh, look at that. He's coming. He made a comeback just like we thought, man. Suspender is a veteran here in the ESFL. You never know what's going to happen, but right now he's down on the scorecards and he's going to have to bring the fight to Maddie 4D.
Man, jab inside leg kick as well. I mean, that's just the simple basics that he's still trying to throw out there. Nice bow to show respect, but Suspensor's taken so much damage, Box. I don't know if he can survive through this whole round.
Yeah, I definitely give that match to Maddie 4D. Did a good job, got a knockdown, got a couple of rocks. I mean, this is some high-level stuff. You know, that we're seeing from Maddie 4D.
Yeah, and that
all right, touch him up. That last round
jab, rear uppercut, lead hook from Matt has just been money all night. Trying to pull counter into it right there, but finishes with a straight this time. Double uppercuts into a big left hand as well. Really just trying to charge him down. Suspender doing a great job of staying composed though.
Yeah, he definitely stayed composed. He was able to duck one of those uppercuts. And that took a lot of the stamina away from Maddie 4D to ward off that specific attack. But you know he's coming again for another one.
Yeah, Maddie, you know, just really trying to finish this fight right now. And Suspensor's leaning on that stamina. Oh, tried to duck under, landed the right hand. Nice slip to the outside of the rear uppercut though. But they're caught with that lead hook. And that's going to finish him off right there. Great pressure and work to get that finish.
Yeah, man, it's so hard. Once Cody rocks you, his stamina shoots right back up there. He has those heavy hands, man, and yeah, that was a great fight, man, that we saw. That was one of the more technical matches that we seen all night. Two high-level fighters. Whenever you talk about Suspends and anybody coming out of 4D, very impressive win there for Maddie. Yeah, I know he's pretty hype and feeling good about that. That's a huge name to have, up under your feather in terms of wins here in the ESFL when you beat Suspender. Yeah, looking like a beast.
I mean, like you said, Maddie D, relatively new to the roster and to the ESFL, but
4D baby.
He's very happy as well. If you didn't hear that at the end, but very, very happy with that win, I'm sure. And he did a good job, man. It was a little close at the end. I think Suspender a little too patient, took a little too much damage early on. He definitely had a good game plan in mind. Maybe he knew that Maddie would come forward, be aggressive, but he just couldn't get out of the way of those shots. Best shots for him were definitely the roll underneath, right hands to the body, but he just didn't try and implement them until, into that second round, where it was already kind of too late, I feel, in the game.
Okay. All right, yeah, great job by both of those fighters, and looks like we have our next fight coming up. Who do we have here?
The co-main event. The co-main event.
Co-main event of the evening. All right, man, so we got Styles, former ESFL champion, and we're against who? Voodles?
So just the way you said that. Voody. Yeah. I call him Voody. We would say Voody.
Voodies, yeah. Okay, yeah.
There we go.
So he finished first in the Ultimate Team last season. So again, these Ultimate Team guys, I haven't been keeping a track, but maybe one of these Ultimate Team guys can get a win here. Yeah, so he's so he say he beat Hammer in his last ESFL exhibitional debut. So yeah, he's feeling good. He's coming off of a win there. Says he doesn't even know who Styles is. Well,
nor do I.
I guess he may get ready to see tonight. Former ESFL champion.
Exactly.
Let's see. Wow.
To quote one of the greatest boxers, as I'm sure y'all must have forgot, Mr. Styles, of course, former champion, and came out of nowhere with
Roy
it as well.
Jones Jr.
Yeah, Mr. Jones.
Yeah.
All right. The link has gone back in the live notifications there if you don't have it. Yeah, this should be a great matchup, man. Like you said, former champ. He never actually lost the belt, right? Because he just came back to not defend. I think he's
okay.
Xbox broke or something. Kind of like that time that Ed's, his mom came in the room. I remember that one. He had to turn the console
I
off.
remember that.
But he's back here tonight, man. So, still undefeated. XYZ. Styles coming in though. We know how good he is, so it should be a good fight.
Here we go.
Vu Dizzle time though. Chat is hyped on Vu Dizzle.
Right.
I do know that, so it should be a good fight and a good matchup. Co-main event of the evening here. I do hope everyone has enjoyed the exhibitional 3 card. We have the main event coming up after this, and I think there will be a splattering of ESFL events leading up to UFC, but this may be my last one before UFC 4, Boxer. It might be my last one before UFC 4, so it's been great.
Well, hopefully UFC 4 comes out pretty soon, because once UFC 4 comes out, I'm pretty sure ESFL is just going to be buzzing. It's going to be everybody wants to fight. It's going to be huge. The game, I know, is going to be great. So yeah, this could be the last one. But this co-main event of the evening, we had a great card so far, and it only gets better from here. We got a former ESFL champion versus Voody. What's his name?
Vu Dizzle, like Vu Diesel.
Vu Dizzle. Got it.
Oh, right, Vu
Diesel. Vu Dizzle, who says he doesn't know who the former champ is. So this is a classic matchup here. Striker versus grappler. GSP, Michael Bisping. Let's see if the former ESFL champion decides to keep this fight standing or go to the ground.
This is what I think as well. Just because he has talked about this. Styles thinks it's going to be a fake glove touch, a straight fake into a push kick, the single leg against the cage into the body lock high, side control, and then he's going to finish him from there.
Wow. Okay, let's see what happens here. if they call it out just like that, but yeah, anytime you got Michael Bisping, of course you're going to have that stamina, but GSP, of course, you got that 99 takedown, which you always have to be aware of. So I always like to see this fight, how it plays out, because if I'm GSP, I necessarily don't want to be always standing with somebody that has a Michael Bisping. So let's see what the former ESFL champion does.
Well, we'll see how the stamina plays into this fight as well, because it might not come out the first round. We don't know. All these fights recently, they've been pretty quick tonight here, but it could play a factor because there's differences in the grapple stamina and the stand-up stamina. But we've seen Bisping take a beating tonight. We've seen Bisping be used as a pressure fighter. We'll see if Styles can get that groundwork going. He is amazing on the ground. But Vu Dizzle time.
Oh, you called it! Fake glove touch right into the cage, just like you called it, baby.
There we go. Did he get the side control though? You're a little ahead of us there, man. I didn't even get to see it happen.
Oh my God! Interesting. Wow. There we go. Yeah, he's up against the cage. Get a refresh, man.
There we go.
This is the second time you push him up against the cage there.
Yeah, we got
But Michael Bisping out, man. He warded off both of those. But yeah, came out with that fake glove touch, man. That was just like you called it, man. That's funny. Beautiful work, though. Wow. To defensively stay on his feet there, though, right? He's not down. We do know that he's going to have a trouble dealing with that pressure because he doesn't have that rear teep, right? He's only got that front leg push kick. So if Styles wants to take some ground from him, it's going to be hard for him to gain it back. Ooh, nice. Yeah, and I like what I'm seeing there from Styles. With this, he had the fake takedown, and look at there, man. He was able to try to go for a takedown attempt, off of that sway, but he got hit and then got his takedown crowded. And there again, man, Vu Dizzle coming out with the takedown defense. It's a little rush by Styles. It's a little rush. It's a little predictable. It's side kicks to the cage and then shooting and then empty double legs. And Vu Dizzle's doing a good job of not getting his feet going forward the whole time. He's moving in and out, in and out. If he was constantly moving those feet forward, some of those double legs might have snapped under and worked for him. So Styles is going to have to, find better timing for these takedowns or get some slips and some straights or utilize that clinch. Great job. Beautiful catch into the little single. Yeah, just as I thought Vu Dizzle was doing his thing on his feet because he had the stamina advantage with the stamina king, Michael Bisping. Know that rhyme, but yeah, he got taken down. And now let's see if Styles can finish this fight. And look at there, this is huge. Whenever you get that takedown denial, trying to get up from that sprawl position. Was that a little rush? This is a very dangerous position. I mean, that's a nice example of a technique that might work occasionally in ranked, but it just will never work in the ESFL. Yeah. If you have a good grappler, you ain't getting that off. You got to find another way to get up. And if you've never had to use another way to get up, well, you're about to have to figure it out in the ESFL in the co-main event of the evening. Yeah, exactly. All right, so Styles on top here. Got some two great transition denials there, 3 and a third. And so these last 45 seconds here, Michael Bisping is in a lot of trouble, and he goes right there for the Kimura in stage 1 already, going into stage 2. Pushing up, 3-way escape, trying to hit hard on the bottom way out. Now going for 2 directions, not even bothering with the third. Gate trying to hit that top side, but he's got to find a fake out here. He can't just keep trying to push the furthest one down. It's going to be easy to stop him there. Nice roll out into a nice little double leg reversal. Yeah, that was pretty impressive to get out of that deep stages of that submission there because his gates were moving pretty slow. So he did a good job for getting out, especially up under GSP there. So let's see what happens here in the second round as the match goes on. The stamina advantage is going to go to Michael Bisping. So showing sign of respect. Vu Dizzle getting that respect from the ESFL champion here in the second round. There's a nice little knee there up the middle. Ooh, counters that beautiful leg kick with the straight down the middle. Nice cheeky little left hook there. 2-3 of them. Really firing them off his Mr. XYZZ right here. And there's some hooks whiffing out straight to the body. Lead hook to the body. Outside leg kick. Nice little picking apart by style here. We call that hitting them in the bread basket when you go down low like that, especially when you're throwing a punch, man. It takes a lot of stamina out of your opponent. Ooh, beautiful. But look at them. They're both having a nice complement of strikes to the body with those knees from Michael Bisping. Nice little pull counter right there. Just slid straight back, straight right over the top.
And I like the elevation change right now. I've seen some rips to the body from a GSP. Don't see that every day. Slip out straight.
Oh, nice ankle pick.
Man, just did not see that coming at all. It was really nicely timed, really smooth.
Right out of nowhere. If you catch your opponent backing up, that ankle pick can just come out of nowhere, and it's fast, and you have grapple advantage. And Styles is able to land a perfect ankle pick, and he finds himself in the crucifix position, landing some big elbows there.
Oof. And this is where he wanted to be to finish the fight. I mean, it was a really well-timed takedown because he knew the combo had ended from Vu Dizzle. He threw a 1-2 to the body, and there is nothing you can really follow that up with. That's the end of that combo right there. So that's what he had to. It doesn't matter. I'll shut up because these are raining down right now.
Some huge elbows coming there. And that's all she wrote, Balin.
Man.
Styles.
It
didn't go exactly like he planned, but it did go according to plan because he was able to take Vu Dizzle down and get the ground and pound victory. Nice win there by the former ESFL champion Styles, man. Very impressive stuff.
Good solid win, man. Good solid win. And listen, we see high-level grapplers dominate, and we see high-level grapplers get picked apart by high-level strikers in this, crazy world of ESFL. So this time around, man, we're seeing Styles taking it to Vu Dizzle right now. He just finished first Ultimate Team last season, of course, so he's very highly touted. Beat Hammer, which is a very high level grappler in the ESFL. So his last fight, he beat a very high level grappler. This time couldn't hang with the Styles, and it was all because of that little single leg ankle pick that he got right there, nicely timed. He stepped in through the 1-2 to the body. And as he was exiting on the way out, perfect window right there for the ankle pick. Knew that there was no defense coming after that combo. And on the exit, snapped the ankle pick, takes him down. And all he needed was one good takedown. He did the majority of his damage in those last 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lesson for everyone, out there, especially if you're new coming into the game, because there's still a lot of people coming into the game. You master that one technique. Somebody just knowing when somebody's going to back up and able to predict that, then all of a sudden you get an ankle pick, and now you're on the ground with GSP in an advantageous position because that ankle pick coming from a 99 takedown stat from the GSP, that's a very fast, a huge grapple advantage, and that's all you need to turn the fight around. And that's why I love UFC 3, because it's so many different techniques that you can master to play advantage for your fighter and how you play. And man, the game is so deep, and I'm always impressed on how you can pull out victories. You can pull them out in various amounts of ways, and that's another way that we've seen here. A win off of an ankle pick right into a dominant crucifix position and getting a win there for Styles, man. Very impressive, but great job from both of those fighters.
Even something like that ankle pick, like if you're hitting it as someone's backing out, you can't just shoot it at any point. You have to wait until they've hit the exact distance to, initiate the animation of the ankle pick, and they're moving backwards as well. You're not even creating the space and then initiating the animation. You're waiting until they enter the animation space. So it's a difficult technique when they're moving backwards, and he saw the opening. So props to him for landing the takedown.
Yeah, some high level stuff right there, man. That was very impressive. But coming up next, man, everything that we've been waiting on, man. We've had an amazing card. Like, this card has been a very good card, even though it's been like an exhibitional card. Like, man, these next cards, I want to see some of these winners come up against some of these other winners. But I mean, we're actually right at the main event. You can't have two bigger names, in UFC 3. You're talking about Ed Parker versus Pryoxis. Now I think we're calling him Muay Thai Pry. It was Hoodie Pry. Man, I see him on PlayStation as I Pry. Like, this guy is going to bring one hell of a fight against the #1 ranked guy in rank right now, Ed Parker. And the thing about Ed is not like, he just got up to #1 once or twice. Ed Parker usually stays holding down that #1 spot in rank. So this really means you're the best guy in the entire world in this game. So that's who we have fighting here in the main event. You guys sit back, get ready to see an amazing fight. I can't wait to look, watch, listen, and learn.
Yeah, and like you said,
what we got?
Well, we're going to let people vote real quick right here because we got a very rudimentary voting system taking place right here that we will implement in a wonderful way. But we'll get you guys to vote right here. Who wins this main event right now? You can hit number 1 or number 2 in chat if you want to vote. Number 1 for Ed Parker, number 2 for Pryoxis. We'll just see what you guys think right now. I'll read the results out right before the fight starts, but you can already see.
What if I put it in a 12? What if I put in a 12?
You can only vote once, so it's not going to happen. You can only vote once. All right. And, it's neck and neck. It's neck and it's 50-50. Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh.
Hey, right. Listen. Look. Let's keep those two waiting because they can wait for a while. This isn't something that we have to do, but this is something that people who do the job that we're doing right now on high level have to do. You have to make a pick. Who do you think takes this?
Oh man. Okay. So. I thought both of these guys haven't, been successful at all against either one of them, and they're definitely both high level. With just off of the strength of, what Ed Parker has done, in rank this season right now as we speak, I'm going to say Ed Parker, just because of how he's playing right now. It can, the better man could be any given night, any given situation. Definitely huge respect for Pryoxis, because he wouldn't even be in this position if he wasn't literally the best in the world.
True.
He's ranked number 35 right now on the leaderboard, so no slouch in that department. But I'm gonna have to get a slight edge to the leader of the 4D camp, Ed Parker. Who do you got?
Okay, right. It's a tough choice. I'm not picking. What are you talking about? I'm joking. You pick, I'll pick. I think that's a very good point you made right there. Ed is definitely on fire right now. Proves that in the ranked division. Pryoxis every other day, man. I'm not going to lie. I follow you on Twitter, dude. Sometimes you're tweeting about playing other games. Sometimes you're tweeting about being dumb. But he shows up all the time, no matter what. And when you talk about two people who may be the top of the ranked leaderboard, it doesn't matter where these guys are in the ranked leaderboard. I could pick either one of them over whoever is number 1 in the world in the ranked leaderboard at any given day. Either one of these guys could beat those people. So they always show up, especially in the ESFL. Tough fight, tough matchup. I think Ed.
Wait, who?
I ain't done yet. Okay,
all right. Yeah, I'm waiting.
I think Ed hits a lot more power shots early than Pry does. Pry has a very patient game, but it's not patient in a detrimental way. It's risk averse in a good way, but it's also punishing, and it's more well-rounded. So if Pry feels there's a weakness somewhere in Ed's game, doesn't matter if that's in the clinch, the sub defense, or in the ground game, Pry will take the fight there. I don't think Ed will do that. I think Ed will only try and instigate and implement his striking game. I think in the first round, we'll probably see Ed light Pry up a little bit. But if it goes past the second round, I think Pry probably takes it. All right?
Yeah.
So, but that's not a pick, is it?
Yeah.
I'm going to...
Who you picking?
I'm going to pick Pry just because you picked Ed. All right?
Woo! All right. Yeah. Okay. I like that.
All
okay. Right. Now, check this out. So we got the fights. I picked Ed. Balin picked Pryoxis. All right. So now the mind games start. It's no way that Ed's gonna pick Habib.
Okay, right? Yeah, let's get into the match. Hang on.
Now the mind games start.
Hang on. Right. Okay,
now the mind games start. It's no way I'm saying that Ed is gonna pick Nurmagomedov. Now is Pryoxis really gonna go with Justin Gaethje?
It's gonna be, it was on the poster, man. It's McGregor.
On the poster, yeah.
It's McGregor versus RDA. Yeah. You know what it is.
They sitting there readied up. They see that this is all the mind games, being played, before the matchups, man. So, Ed Parker, we already know with Conor McGregor is just a beast. But it looks like Hoodie Pry is readied up on Justin Gaethje.
Gaethje's a good pick. It could work. I feel everything that RDA does, Gaethje can do. He can hold top position. Ooh. He can fight. He can hit hard with big power from the rear stance. He's got those big leg kicks. Everything that the RDA can do, Gaethje can do. Apart from the sub game, maybe, and obviously the takedown stats are somewhat limited. But can we get the guys to crank this up? Let's get the crowd up. Let's get all the audio up, apart from the commentary, obviously.
The fact that Hoodie Pryoxis went with the Justin Gaethje pick, man, really tells me a lot about Justin Gaethje and pretty much how he expects this fight to play out. This fight will probably not go to the ground, so no need to pick a fighter that has any, ground stats, so with Justin Gaethje, what you're getting is, the high level tree chopper leg kicks. He's a dirty boxer and he can weather the storm.
I
Justin Gaethje, it's a good pickup because he has 95 power, and then you combine that with a level 4 leg kicks. You can't take those 99 leg kicks coming from Justin Gaethje and Pryoxis. So Ed Parker has to be very careful about the level changes coming from Pryoxis.
Yeah, we're looking at Pryoxis right now with the Gaethje pick. Like you said, the leg kicks. I mean, it's all about if he can land them, if he can time them. Obviously, Ed knows they're coming if you're playing someone like Gaethje. He has a high block. He has a high block stat. Ed likes to break the block, so he doesn't have to rely as much on his head movement because your block stat is significantly high with Gaethje. You can probably hold out a little bit longer because Ed will rain those 1-2s right down the middle. But Ed here with Conor, you know what he's going to do. He's going to explode in small bursts and capitalize on the tiny openings to land those 3-4 punch combinations in the most punishing way possible. And when you start to get a break in the action, that's when he'll start firing the leg kicks and things like that out. So I expect pressure from Ed. I expect counter pressure from Pryoxis. Now he's taking Gaethje. But yeah, we'll see how this plays out. I mean, will we still get a patient Pry? I don't know. He might come out balls to the wall. Will Ed be a bit tentative? I don't know. We're going to see. You guys have voted. The votes are still trickling in. You guys win 18 votes for Pryoxis, 15 votes for Ed Parker. So chat is officially picked Pryoxis to win this one. But that's probably because of my excellent, analysis. Exactly.
You swayed the poll. All right, coming out. Showing sign of respect. Look at that. It's like, no, you don't touch gloves, right? Oh, then I finally touched up, man. That was good.
Here we go.
Yeah. Look at this nice, 60 frames per second. Look at that. Already attacking that body. That's exactly what Ed Parker wants to do. He's going to touch that body, and there it is. Those leg kicks. You got to watch out for that.
A bit close to be throwing a roundhouse there, I feel, but Pryoxis made it work, slapped it in there. And Ed's very good with the leg techniques with Conor. Already through 2 side 6 and switch stance in between as well. The stance switching from Ed, you definitely will see it as well. Try to circle outside, get away from that big right hand of Pry, but Pry already getting his fakes and his feints going. Nice 1-2, and there's a leg kick, like you said. And Ed will have to keep switching stance if he keeps eating those leg kicks as well.
Yeah, and I like what he's doing. Yeah, he's switching these stances because he can fight from both sides. Switch stance of Conor McGregor's a 99, and that's going to protect your leg health there because you got 5 rounds to go, and Hoodie Pryoxis is throwing those 99s, and that was a nice side kick to the face by Ed Parker.
Yeah, I really like Pryoxis' jab right now. Even when they're like face to face, he's smashing the jab in him right now. And Ed's doing a great job just floating. He is getting caught with those leg kicks though. Pry's doing a great job disguising them. He's not even setting them up behind 3-punch combinations. He's just timing them really well and catching Ed mid offense, so he's not defensively minded when he's snapping these kicks off. Nice, straight to the body though, and jab to the body as well. Beautiful.
It happens right in front of your face. Ed Parker is able to just drain the stamina slowly but surely, from your body.
Nice.
And that is why he's one of the best in the world. Even though he's taking some damage right now, he has a stamina advantage. And look at how he just meticulously just walks his opponent down and drains that stamina, man.
He's been doing it. He's been doing it for a long time, and he does it with 2 things. He does it with his pull counter and his jabs to the body. That's it. That's all it takes. Well-timed jabs to the body mid-combination that interrupt your attacks, and a pull counter when he knows that you've made the read and you're trying to look for that uppercut. Beautiful damage on that there as well.
Yeah, that's going to do a lot of damage to the body. And like I said, I think that Pryoxis may be up just a little bit in the scorecards, but this is a 5-round fight. Somebody will probably get finished here tonight in it. And whenever you're whipping shots and getting hit in the body, you may not last that long, especially against Ed Parker's, Conor McGregor.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if Ed's gone orthodox for the first half of this fight because he anticipates taking some leg damage, so he knows he can switch into his dominant stance for the rest of the fight if he has to. But Ed's typically always fought orthodox most of his fights.
Yeah, mean jab. And like we said, it doesn't matter with Conor McGregor. He can fight orthodox or southpaw, 99 switch stance, so he's good. If that lead leg gets hurt, then he's just going to switch to the southpaw and then start doing damage there. But look at those highlights there. Those are some mean leg kicks there from Justin Gaethje. Let's see if Ed Parker starts to check any one of those, or maybe he goes for a big hook or uppercut while Pryoxis is throwing those leg kicks.
Yeah, like I said, man, Ed's going to get the damage off in the first round. He's done it this round here. Let's see how Pry can adjust. He definitely can't keep taking that much damage every round, but he definitely took a bunch of health off that lead leg, and now Ed's taking this second round. Oh, Rolling Thunder over the top. Beautiful. He did.
Look at that head health. Oh, and look at that nice sway there by Ed Parker.
Yeah, he loves that.
He got hit. Yeah.
He pulls that pull counter off all the time because people always throw uppercuts because he's always level changing to the body with that jab, and he can pull it out, and that's how he drains that stamina right there. Nice, beautiful turning side kick to the body, and Price standing in the pocket, not bucking up, managed to land that check lead hook to stop Ed Parker's counter right there. Man, I bet they're loving this.
Yeah, this fight is so interesting because Ed is taking the damage, but he's up in the stamina department. So it's really anyone's match at this point here. And look at there, Ed switching to southpaw there.
There it is again.
Oh, look at that nice pull counter again, just as you mentioned, Baylor.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at Ed's body health, Pry really has not touched the body up at all. Maybe figures only target two areas, the head and the legs. You can't spread the damage out too much, or you'll fall behind if your opponent is focusing on two different locations, as Ed will be doing with head and body. So maybe he feels like he can't hit the body too much, but he definitely needs to. Ed is being real crisp with his techniques right now and really draining that stamina.
See, now this is going to be a problem because, look at that left leg of Conor McGregor, and then also look at the life lead of Justin Gaethje. So these guys both had their own problems that they're dealing with, and let's see who's able to manage their problems the best. Yeah,
I think Pry doesn't necessarily fight, any worse when he's got low stamina. He just has to fight more conservatively, and sometimes that plays into his favor. But Ed's doing a great job with his jab from the outside here, and he can really dictate the pace right now, which is giving Pry problems. He's able to fight a little bit faster, turn it up a little bit more, and just dance on the outside with the jab, and knows that he can back up, and Pry has to come to him. And beautiful, well-timed right there, man. That's a real big damaging strike, and he's landed that multiple times, just standing, planting, jumping into it as well. So it's a stupidly powerful technique if you time it as your opponent's coming forward with Conor McGregor.
And look at there, man. He didn't even go after it like most fighters would come and probably gas themselves out. Ed Parker just was like, all right, yeah, I got a rock. Just come on back, preserve that stamina. Look at his leg. See, his left leg is still hurt, and that's still a problem. So just because he got the first rock doesn't mean that, he's out of the woods yet.
Yeah, Pry, maybe able to pull a comeback here. He's just going to have to be real careful, but the block is already breaking right there. That uppercut came right up the middle and caused that rock, and it's going to be real tough for Pry to continue this, and this is just beautiful management of stamina by Ed, like you said. There's a side kick as well. 1-2 down the middle. Ooh.
Yeah, wow. Very, very interesting fight, and this is why you have to learn how to fight from both positions, orthodox, and southpaw, because if one of those legs gets hurt, then you need to be able to switch to the other one and be just as dominant on one side as the other. And that's one advantage about picking Conor McGregor, because he fights both sides equally as well. So glove touch coming out here in the third round. Maybe this will be the last round. Who knows, Baylon?
We'll see. I mean, you take a look at Ed Parker's resume. He is a 2-time ESFL champ, a 3-time Ricky J tournament winner. But that was some Rolling Thunder again, man. He's finding it. Nice slip.
Yeah, and that's one of the more powerful strikes on the game, that Rolling Thunder. Get in there and look at the stats. That's a very powerful strike. Nice pull counter there by Ed Parker. He might be one of the best in the game at that pull counter. very tough technique to pull off.
Yeah, and it's funny because Pride kind of pioneered that pull counter, but we haven't seen him use it once in this fight right now. Ed's not really giving him a chance to. The only thing he could pull counter is really Ed's big left hook because he's throwing over the top. Everything else is straight ones and twos and hooks to the body and kicks up the middle.
Just beautiful head movement there by Ed
nice.
Parker.
Baited him right into that.
Rock.
Snap the two and let him step forward into the big left hand right there. Was, like you said, really, really well timed.
Yeah, but look at that left leg there, still giving Conor McGregor some problems, but he has it on the back foot. I think he'll be safe. But yeah, just nice level changes, high, low to the body, moving the head, pushing off to maintain that distance, getting a leg kick there of his own. Oof. I mean, just really doing work, man, against a very high-level Pryoxis himself, man.
Really uses all the length of Conor McGregor, does Ed Parker. The distance that left hand covers and that jab is really, really something. You don't really notice there. Lead hook to the body. Left hand over the top. Nice jumping spin. Oh, he doesn't get it there.
Oh, these guys threw everything. They gave us their all. Threw everything in the kitchen sink. Wow. We saw Rolling Thunder. Spinning back kicks.
Oh, there's it. 2-3.
Oh, another rock there. Oh,
double fake. Rear uppercut, left hook.
You can't get too fancy. You can't, because you still got Hoodie Pry in there.
You do indeed, man.
Pry. You can't get too fancy, but
the damage is taken.
360. Oh, look at
the there it is, lead hook.
Oh, look at there. Oh,
50 seconds left in the round, but I don't know if he's going to survive it out. Nice kick catch though. Rolling Thunder for the win. Fake lead hook to the body. Left hand over the top of the lead uppercut from Pride.
He has to be careful.
30 seconds left.
Here. 30 seconds left.
Oh man, nice check. This is real trouble. As long as he's not pressuring forward, he's... Oh, he got the rock with the Rolling Thunder. The Rolling Thunder spam. Oh my God. Look how much head health he's got.
Woo!
Man, I mean, he's made it to the fourth championship round. Can't believe that.
Did Hoodie Price steal that? Did he steal that round? Or I don't know.
Rocks off with it, man. He got a lot of rocks off, and that leg health damage is going to start adding up. This round's going to slow him down a little bit, take that power away. Something that might put him down, might not put him down anymore. I mean, that's a lot of damage on those legs, and the head health as well. Look at the stamina difference, though.
Yeah, that's the thing with Ed, man. But see, these leg kicks, you never know what can happen, man. I think.
Big left hand. There it is again. That's got to be it. Recovering though. He's trying to find it. Ed's trying to close the show.
This is probably the beginning of the end right now with Ed Parker, but you never know what happened. We've seen some crazier stuff happen.
Any room to land those leg kicks. Nice job defensively by Pry. Only thing that's keeping him in this right now. The push out, turning side kicks, wheel kick. Something's coming right now. You know it is. Ed's creating that space for himself. Pry thought about connecting with it. Didn't get it.
Yeah, I like how Ed is pushing his opponent against the cage. He caught him in mid. Rolling Thunder for the knockout. Ed Parker beats Pryoxis. Man, caught him right out of the Rolling Thunder. What a epic knockout, Balin.
So much damage from Ed. Just the accumulation of damage. Unreal against one of the toughest fighters. What was it? What did he even hit? A jab? Did he jab him midair?
Yeah. I didn't have any more help there.
Just doinked him.
A little jab there on the Rolling Thunder. Never would have seen that. I mean, you never probably can recreate that. You get jabbed on the middle of a Rolling Thunder. Boom. Wow.
I don't know if... I know, great physics. I don't know if Ed or if Pry went into that game thinking that he would utilize the Rolling Thunder as much as he did. He certainly made it work for him, but... The damage from Ed Parker, the accumulation of the damage just became far too much. I mean, he took a lot of damage. He knew he'd take damage early, but it was just so much more damage than I think Pride probably expected taking. I'm sure he probably picked up a Gaethje after seeing that opening fight, thinking that, he'd have a bit more survivability than RDA does. But even with that, it wasn't enough to stop that pressure and that damage and just the continuous bombardment of those strikes. And Ed's got a very clinical game, man. He doesn't do anything outside of his wheelhouse. It's not unexpected. He's very good at what he does. and he's refined what he does to like a science. And it's just like he starts at like 30% and then he hits 50, and then as you slow down, he speeds up, as everybody does in that situation. So good clinical performance, and you know, Pride did his best, man. The only thing that kept him in those last 2 rounds were his defensive ability on low stamina to still be able to fire and cover up. But props to Ed Parker, you know, 3 times ESFL champ, 3 times Ricky J winner, and now winner of Exhibitional 3. I wonder if Pride regrets changing his pick last moment, Boxer.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I thought he was going to go in with that RDA pick, but he went with the Justin Gaethje pick. It really could have went either way. Those first 2 rounds was really interesting when you had Ed Parker and Conor McGregor had the leg health damage, but also at the same time he had the full complete stamina advantage. That was a very interesting pick. But yeah, you never know, man. RDA, you never know how that could have went.
How many strikes do you think Ed Parker threw in that fight to have that much stamina at the end?
Oh man, maybe 100 and something. I don't know, man.
326.
Wow.
And he had like 3/4 of his stamina. He barely lost any. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Now, and then one thing to think about. I mean, that's against, you know, that performance is against one of, you know, the top guys in the world himself, in Hildy Pryoxis. So that just shows you how good Ed Parker has been just throughout the life of this UFC 3. And you know, he's #1 to this day, and then today he showed and proved it. But that was a great fight. We really had a great card. I've had like a really good time commentating this card tonight. Great fights like throughout the entire night. I mean,
non-stop as well.
Since the first one. I really can't wait to go back and watch this, man. This was a good card, especially all of these exhibitional cards leading up into whenever we get our UFC 4 announcement. Know we all gonna be excited, looking forward to that. But tonight, man, was the night of Ed Parker. Man, congratulations, and that was fun.
Props. I mean, everybody who fought tonight, thank you everyone for attending. I'm sure the fighters are glad that they were able to entertain you in these trying times. UFC have announced 3 fight cards, so we've got some MMA coming back to our screens as well, which is good. But thank you, Boxer, for joining me, man. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Very, very happy to have you back with us. One of the best in the game right there, ladies and gentlemen. All of you guys at home, thank you for tuning in. This has been the 3rd exhibitional card. Thank you for coming back. Please, if you've got friends that play the game, tell them, let them know that ESFL is a thing, okay? Moving into UFC 4, whenever that comes out, we're going to have a whole bunch of stuff for you. There'll be a Patreon if you want to get some extra UFC 3, 4 ESFL content. There's going to be a bunch of stuff that's coming your way as well. So please relax, enjoy yourselves, keep playing the game. And Boxer, thank you again, mate.
Definitely, man. It's been a pleasure. Pretty sure you guys will see me back in the booth. Hope you guys enjoyed all of the matches, all of the commentating, getting some yelling in the booth, and man, that was fun, man. We're gonna have to do it again.
Hell yeah. All right, everybody, take care, have a good night, enjoy yourselves, stay safe, and we'll see you next time.
All right, peace.